everybody. Welcome to Open the Gates. I'm your host, Matt Burke. And tonight we're just going to be actually closing out my book for Halloween time. It's Butch Cleaver 2. I've had the campaign open for a while now, and yeah, it's time to close it up. So, if you guys want to learn a little bit about my book, you guys check out the show, and maybe if you want to back it, I got the link pinned to the top. I'm going to have on some couple guests tonight. One of them we got is Pops Van Zant. He's going to be kicking it with us tonight too.
What's up?
And we got some other guests too. I sent them the link too, so they might be popping in here in a little bit. But what's up, Pops? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm just trying to make sure all this tech works so that we can get this show out everywhere. I think it's working. I'm looking at trying to look at my YouTube. I'm looking, see if this thing's fired up right. It looks like it is. So rock and roll, man.
For sure, man.
I think we're going out to 9 destinations right now. This is a closeout party. That's what we're doing. Yeah,
that's
it
awesome,
looks like
man.
it's fired up over there. Cool. Check the volume. Volume working? I don't know.
For sure. For sure. I sent a couple people the link tonight, so they, again, like I said, they might be popping in here. For those of you guys that don't know about Butch Cleaver, it's basically a supernatural horror western. It takes place in this town called Oubliette, and it's basically like the worst place you'd ever want to live. Let me share the screen real quick. This is a campaign right here, and I could play the trailer later. But yeah, it's this town Oubliette, and there's this butcher named Butch Cleaver, and he gets killed, and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone. So he tries to use that power for revenge, reckoning, and possibly redemption. In the first book, without spoiling too much, he comes upon this character named Moth Mammon, and that guy kind of shows him the ropes a little bit on how to use his powers and whatnot. And as time passes by, man, he gets thrown into some heaps of trouble, and comes upon different characters throughout the town of Oubliette. It's a pretty crazy story. It was kind of inspired by a lot of like horror movies I used to watch as a kid growing up. A lot of different influences, such as like the Hammer films and spaghetti westerns. I know, Pops, you like a lot of westerns and horror films too. Some of the Hammer films, right?
Dude, I love the old westerns, man. Brian got me all fired up when he started doing that Western spaghetti show, and I got all into all the old Terrence Hill movies. I just rolled out on all that stuff, man. This definitely, look, I love the apocalyptic Westerns. I love the supernatural Westerns because that was something that was missing in old school Westerns.
I know, man. That's definitely, I mean, it kind of is post-apocalyptic a little bit. Hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Agnostic, just bought number 2, right on.
Oh, hell. Thanks, man. I got a bottle opener coming your way. So for that you don't know, number 2, this is it right here. So you're gonna get that, and it's gonna be I'll show you a full screen in a little bit, but yeah, man, you're getting a metal bottle opener. You'll be getting a wanted poster like this, and a bunch of trading cards. There's a lot of stuff too I could show you at the top. But yeah, hell yeah, thank you. And Hell Hex, what's up, brother? Sent you a link too if you want to come on. Yeah, man, and what's up, brother? I see you at the barbecue. It's nice to see you here too, brother. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, man. And so in the first book, he's going through this this whole new motions of what's happening to him. He wakes up in this bone void, and he's getting trained by this crazy like moth demon that's teaching him how to use these bone powers, and he's trying to struggle with that, you know. So imagine waking up in this desert, this bone desert, you know, and it's the middle of nowhere in this bone cathedral, and you know you don't know what the fuck's going on, and this demon wakes you up from this bone cocoon, and he starts fighting with you, and you know you're suddenly, it's kind of like a somewhat of a Neo moment, you know, when Morpheus and Neo are fighting, you know, and he kind of starts learning kung fu, and he's like, whoa, similar to that, but not entirely. My character has more of like a blue collar, you know, rough around the edges, you know, just an everyday guy, you know. But eventually he gets out of there, and Butch, he can, without spoiling too much, he can basically break down into like matter and teleport into different bones if he needs to. If there's a dead cat laying on the street, he could turn, you know, manifest himself in that bone, that skeletal form, and come out, you know. So that's kind of how he gets back into the world into the first one, and he has a bounty on his trail, a bounty hunter named the Opio Possum. I don't want to spoil too much of that either, but in the second book that we're looking at right now, you're gonna definitely see some origin, basically, like where Butch came from and how he was brought up in the slaughterhouse. Something happened to his parents, and he's raised by his uncle Jake, and his uncle Jake is employed by this man right here, Whitey Ratatouille. Whitey Ratatouille was his father's main competitor. Butch's dad was James Cleaver, and they had their own Cleaver Cuts company, and that went under, and eventually his uncle lost his job, and so his uncle had to basically step up and raise young Butch. Excuse me. And so when that comes to play, I you know, I really like the gangster movies, like, you know, Goodfellas, Casino. You know, I love Gangs in New York a lot. That was a big influence on me. So you know, that's where a lot of that influence came in. Butch has to basically become like an enforcer for Whitey Ratatouille as he comes to age. You know, he starts hitting his late teens, you know, and his uncle is basically the main cutter, which that's what you would call him, the main cutter, which would be, he's the manager at the slaughterhouse, but he's also the manager of the enforcement on the street. So you're going to learn a little bit more about that as you're reading the book. Let's see here. Yeah, so this guy right here, this is the voodoo doll. Basically, in the first book, I guess I'm gonna have to spoil a little bit. The Whitey Ratatouille is selling rotten meat, okay, and the people in the town of Oubliette, they're getting fucked up. It's you know, it's killing people, and you know, people aren't standing by it. So this guy right here, he's like the main preacher in town, but he's also a pimp. So he's a preacher pimp, and he's called the Voodoo Doll. So whenever you do business with him, what's up,
bro?
Brett? What's going on, man? I was just talking about the Voodoo Doll. Thanks, guys, so much for coming. I appreciate you guys being here.
Voodoo Doll?
Yeah, the Voodoo Doll. He's a preacher pimp of the town of Oubliette, from where Butch Cleaver is from. And he in the town, you know, he basically, if you go into business with this gentleman, he makes a voodoo doll of you. It's kind of like an insurance policy. So if he steps out of line, he can, you know, make you a cactus or a pincushion, basically, you know.
That sounds amazing. I wish I read that story.
Oh no. Yeah, you'll be checking it pretty soon. So basically, Whitey Ratatouille steps out of line a little bit, you know, and you might find out a little bit more about that too in the book, and maybe
that's
maybe
an awesome name.
Maybe Butch too. So and here you're gonna see like a little scene, you know, Butch is going into the basically the voodoo doll, like I showed above. He has this facility in the front. It's called the House of Love, right? That's the church. In the back, it's the dollhouse. So he's got his own form of kind of like an offset of voodoo mixed with Catholicism. He does his own thing. I don't go deep into his religion in this book because it's too much. It's a heavy load. So we just kind of, you hear him doing a couple of sermons in the first, or one sermon in the first book. But anyways, right here, this is a scene where Butch goes in, and this is him when he's probably like in his late teens, early 20s, you know, and he's in there, you know, and basically, you know, the guy's telling him, you know, let's show him show him what's happening when you steal from the collection plate, you know. And Butch is just sitting. He's just sitting there up at the bar, you know, and he's like, "Shoot, wait, don't shoot." Let me finish my whiskey milk first. So even back then, Butch was drinking whiskey milk. Later on in the story, you find out that once he's this dead phantasm, and later on after he's resurrected, he needs actually the whiskey milk to help his bones. That's what actually keeps him alive. So. And he liked it back then. And that's like a drink too. You could get like, you know, if you go down to Mexico, they have like tequila and milk, like right there, right out of the cow. You can get that, you know, my boy Diller knows what I'm talking about. So there's this pimp right here telling him, fill them full of 30 boys, like full of 30, you know, full of 30 holes, you know? So that's, all the 6 shooters that are loaded up right there. So that's, you know, six guns or whatnot. So he takes all those dudes out, all those pimps. And basically I don't want to spoil what, but he has to go there and collect. It's kind of hard trying to tell you guys, but there's a lot of little things in the story. In the town also, it was a vehicle for me to really explore different types of a parallel, basically America in the 1800s, you know, in a town where I could kind of draw cathedrals and saloons and French Quarter buildings, but also have like, yeah, like, you know, just, you know what I mean? And have like barbarians and cowboys and Indians, you know, and Vikings, you know, like this right here it's a Viking saloon. It's a Warg Hall saloon, right? And this is the bartender's Vargbjorn, you know, and he's got a power too that, you know, you're not going to see in this book, but you'll see later on. Eventually I will get back to Butch Cleaver. This right here is Raw Meat Ren. So think of like this most vile pirate, right? He's got a blunderbuss arm, and one side of it's a bayonet and the other side's a hook. And in the middle, he's got the cannon, right? And on his left leg, it's an actual blunderbuss. So he's walking around. Instead of a peg leg, he's got a barrel, a blunderbuss. So you can actually light his leg and shoot. That I ain't gonna lie, that was an inspiration from like Planet Terror. I got that from Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, I love that movie too.
And I was like, well, what if I made a you know, a dude with a leg like that, you know? And he carries his he has like a sash with all of like the victims he's sailed the 9 seas, you know, because there's 9 seas in this world. Yeah, he has, you know, different entrails and whatnot. I think Leatherface meets Blackbeard, kind of. That's what this guy is. And yeah, you know, in this world, you got to have these, you know, Butch is pretty horrific himself, so you have to have some pretty vile characters that he goes up against. And Brian knows about vile, right?
Sure do. And
what up, Brian?
You know, not to be a dick and correct you, but that thing in Planet Terror,
yeah,
right? The chick with
machine gun.
Rose McGowan
machine gun leg. That was basically Rodriguez stole that from like a Japanese movie called Tokyo Gore Police.
No, that's
Rodriguez said that the Japanese stole that from him.
Yeah, whatever. That's bullshit.
Right.
It's all good. Of course, in Berserk, fucking Guts has got that giant fucking hand cannon, that literal hand cannon.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that shit's awesome, dude. I'd love to like one day too, like kind of, because I could literally write stories about all these characters, man, and kind of branch
off your hand and put a cannon on it. Is that?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, man.
Well, I mean, it's just a really intriguing world. It's not like any comic book universe I've seen before. If I had to peg this genre-wise, Weird West, for sure.
Yeah, definitely Weird West.
I'm sorry, really Weird West, or really weird and fucked up West.
Ryan, after I got off stream with you, I looked up House of Hammer horror magazine.
Yeah,
and I found the issue of the Wolfman with the
Curse
illustrated. Oh my God, it's the illustrations, like the comic book part of it.
Yeah,
is incredible.
Is it really?
I got it for $9.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice. See, when I go to conventions, not to suddenly make this all about something else.
No,
but
thank you for coming, guys. I love it. Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
No, right back at you, brother. When I go to a convention, I'm not really generally looking for color comics. I'm looking for black and white shit. I'm looking for like the Marvel monster magazines, fucking, you know, obviously the Warren magazines, creepy, eerie, that sort of thing. the Hammer magazines, of course. I only have one of those, man. I gotta get the whole fucking set.
Oh, for sure,
Honestly,
man.
when I go to shows now, I just look for indie comics. Like I really don't care.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of what I want too. Or like maybe some back issues of Bo, or maybe like some Poison Elves, or just some Faust, like, or some Crow, like just like indie, even old school indie 90s, 80s. That's what I'm looking for. Just nothing new really.
That's how I stumbled upon Scout Comics. Like Scout Comics says, oh my God, they have such a huge lineup of indie books. And it's all different stuff. They have a kaiju book where there's no words. It's just this Italian guy
really?
did this kaiju book, and it's all just the kaiju just destroying shit all through the book. And it's the craziest art style you've ever seen before in your life. And it's just nuts, dude. It's Scout Comics, dude. You got to look on Scout. And Scout Comics does that huge ass like treasury editions. And it's printed, but it looks like actual comic pages on blue line paper.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, dude, like I've stumbled upon so many publishers like that, like just indie publishers that are just amazing when it comes to
for
stuff.
sure, man. Because they put all that TLC into it, and it's like books that they really want to make from the soul,
Isn't there? There's no house style.
Yeah. This guy right here, this is a fight scene in the book. There's this dirty cop. His name's 5 Points Fitzpatrick. He's based off of a couple different people. I like that. I don't know, like that dirty Irish cop that John C. Reilly played in the Gangs of New York. He was a big influence. My grandpa was a pretty big influence on this character. But he's just a bare knuckle badass dude. Like he's been in the war, and he works for the Voodoo Doll. So he's on his payroll, and he's stationed at the bottom of the Voodoo Doll's dollhouse. In this story, like we were talking about, Conan's Tower of the Elephant. He's trying to get to that tower, trying to get to the roof. Batman with Michael Keaton, he's trying to get up there to the Belfry to fight fucking Nicholson, right? And here, Butch kind of starts on the roof, but jumps down and kind of works his way back up. So that's kind of like sort of the end of the story. In the first half of the book, you're going to get his origin in Butch Cleaver 2. And in the second half, you're going to pick up right where the first graphic novel left off. And that's basically Butch sitting in the Viking meat hall, talking to the Wargbjorn, and then Chieftain Wallace, which is this Native American. He's part Irish. I'm sorry, part Scottish, part Cherokee. He's the descendant of William Wallace, which we'll get into him later on too someday. He's a barbarian in the Wild West. So he's, they're chatting, they're spitting it up, they're chopping it up, and Butch telling him his origin, and then boom, it picks up right here, and he's basically going to the House of Love for answers. He wants to talk to the Voodoo Doll, and he's got to go through all these guys. So he's on the street right now. He runs into this motherfucker right here, and he gets his ass beat, dude. This cop beats the shit out of him, dude, and breaks his jaw, breaks, and Butch he'll die. Like he does. I've had lots of talks about it. Like you can't make the character too OP; it gets boring, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, that he's not too OP.
Yeah, so he gets his ass beat a lot. I like him to get beat up and come back and come back from it. So you will see his blood. It's got this kind of gooey pinkish, shit. That's very kind of hammery, you know what I mean? Kind of Cronenberg-y. Like I like a lot of that stuff, like The Fly, where you're getting that weird, gooey, disgusting blood. It looks like Pepto-Bismol, sort of. His bones are hollow and they have that goo inside of them, And if he doesn't, let's just say there's a couple of times where he could keep regenerating, but he has to make a cocoon to come back. But if there's only so many times he could do it. But anyways, you'll see in this part, like he'll slowly get his ass beat. But this guy, let's just say this is the phase one of the travel of getting into the dollhouse. He has to go through this guy. He has to go through another character, which I didn't really show too much. His name is Zulambi. He's from Africa. Really cool. He's like, I don't know, man. I really just want to make this big, like 1800s African slave zombie dude. And he's basically the property of the Voodoo Doll. And the Voodoo Doll, without giving too much away, he has his family. He knows where his family's located. So he basically has him he is a slave, and he has to do what he says. It's fucked up. And he'll do
Can I
whatever he
also just
says. And
say-
so Butch is, what's up?
I just want to say really quick, the character design on him is completely outrageous. It's completely sick.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I wanted to, like, he was inspired by like some of the African Americans in Dawn of the Dead, you know, in the very beginning of the movie where they're biting them and stuff, and just like the tone, I wanted him to have like a purplish look, like really like scary as fuck, but buff and big. And I really wanted him to kind of have a little bit of I don't know, man, like just that look, you know, and just decaying, and he's under the spell of Whitey, and Whitey knows where his family is, but he'll do whatever he can. But he also has these mystical chains that he uses, you know. And there's a scene that him and Butch have to talk about, you know, talk it out. But there's only so much talking, and Butch sees eye to eye. He knows, like, he's under the voodoo dolls. They're both under his spell. Basically, he has voodoo dolls of both of them, you know. But again, he's another character. I would love to do a story on him, see where he comes from, because he's from Africa, and the voodoo doll, he's from the Caribbean, so he's another character too. They're all in this fucked up world. They're all in this fucked up situation of this parallel universe of Oubliette, of what, you know, in America parallel fantasy, fucked up dark fantasy could be, you know. Let me see. I'll scroll down.
Yes, and it is really severely fucked up.
Yeah, and you know, right here, it's just like a shot, you know. Basically, it's kind of in the middle of the story where it kind of bridges the origin with where we left off from the first book. As I said earlier, he's in there talking with Wargbjorn, the bartender. He's a Viking cowboy essentially, and the Native American chieftain Wallace. And he has they both have shit of their own, you know. And the inside that bar, the Varg Skull, you're gonna see there's shield maiden prostitutes. They're like, you know, Viking. They're you know, cowgirls basically up there, and they don't take no shit. They have it's all of them and him, you know. They run their business the way they need to, and, you know, again, I'd like to go into their backstory a little bit too. And right here, I just have a little line, you know, a shepherd was consumed by a lone wolf, but the blood of the shepherd bled out. I sent for a wild dog. I hear the screams in my skull, but only the screams in Oubliette I can silence. That was basically him referring to his father in the story. Yeah, that's basically,
he's quite a piece of work.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And in the first book, he has this bull that he finds in the street, and he resurrects, and his name's Tor. And I wanted to basically create a steed for him, you know, but I wanted him to make an actual cowboy. You know, he's riding a cow, but not he's riding a bull, so he's more like a bull boy. So that's, you know, that's how he gets around. And
yeah,
you two, you know. And then Vogbjorn's like, we're gonna need a lot more you know, meat to tell my story. And then, you know, they're just laughing about it. And with the word balloons, I was trying to do something different. Like, you know, with Butch, you have like that cloudy you know, basically stroke. You know, Vogbjorn's got a gold, you know, silver, and, you know, Chieftain Wallace has this black and red one, just so you kind of know who's who in the story, and you can kind of break it up with the word balloon colors. Right here, you got this is a wanted poster, man. I mean, can't have a Western without a wanted poster. So this is yeah, this is it right here. I'll show you guys again in a little bit, but it was real fun, really easy to make too. I think if anyone does a Western, they should definitely make one. This right here is a card by our boy. Oh yeah, definitely. This is a card right here by our boy Preston Azevedo.
Oh, right.
Dopeness.
Yeah, I gotta send you some of that.
God damn.
So this is his take on Butch Cleaver, man. I love what he did with just love this piece. It's one of my favorite pieces by him. If not
I also
my favorite.
love how he draws the moon. You can tell Preston really loves drawing the moon.
Oh yeah, and the bats.
The bats.
I like
I love
the
his
old Extreme Studios, the way they did the moon back then. It was
Oh, yeah, man.
You killed this dude. Yeah.
It's just got such a nice like flow too, just organic, and you could tell he's been through some shit already. Like, and he's already had like a battle inside the graveyard. I love it.
Dinged up.
Yeah, man. And I just love his take on Butch, man. He looks fucking dope.
Well, I mean, he's such a cool character,
And
the
everybody that backs.
possibilities
Oh yeah, he's fun to do.
Oh, thanks, guys.
you know, and also I just like all the crazy shit you have him doing with his bodies, right? Because you can molecularly control bone,
Yeah,
right? So
I felt like I kind of lucked out because I hadn't seen anybody do that really. Like, I mean, obviously there's Ghost Rider. That's always going to be the one that you're going to pull up. You're going to pull up Ghost Rider and Gunslinger Spawn and Swamp Thing. Those are like the big kind of similarity ones, and they're, I never read Ghost Rider Spawn. I do love Spawn a lot, and I never read that one.
They have a
But
Spawn Ghost Rider crossover.
no, that would be dope though.
Ah, yeah,
That would be
yeah, well, I
dope.
mean, Spawn was always, when it first came out, I remember thinking like, oh, this is a
Yeah.
70s Marvel monster,
Yeah,
right? And this is also, I think, directly or indirectly connected to that lineage.
yeah, and like Spawn, I don't remember him really like making bone weapons and things like that. Like just using Ghost Rider. I didn't really remember them using bone shit. So like I figured if I could just kind of narrow that down a little bit, it'd be really fun to do and draw. I think that'd be a fun character. And yeah, it always was. And then I'd always, well, maybe I can make bone anatomy. Like fuck human anatomy. I could just straight make his body made out of bones. Make bone 6-pack. It's just like the sky's the limit, like an exoskeleton basically.
Right, and then of course with the guns. Have you ever seen that's the David Cronenberg movie Existence?
No, dude. What's
Oh,
that all about?
dude, you'd like that. Well, first of all, it's Cronenberg doing Cronenberg, right?
Oh,
Which he
okay.
hadn't done in a while, and it's about a virtual reality.
Oh, okay.
And but it's completely bizarre and very Cronenbergian. Well, in that, there's a scene with a gun that's made out of animal bones that shoots teeth.
Oh, that's sick,
It has
dude.
like a
Oh,
clip
that's
that
sick.
has
Yeah.
like human teeth.
Oh, that's dope. I never even thought of that.
that's what this is making me think of.
I wish.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I haven't seen it.
Damn, I wouldn't want to get shot with a tooth.
Right?
You get
Yeah,
shot with a piece of bone.
Yeah, that would suck, dude. And I was like, and then in the first I think the first gun he makes is a Gatling gun. Like when he's first awoken in the first book, he just gets shot in his chest, and he just puts his arm to his chest and makes a Gatling gun. Or Butch does, and I thought that would be kind of fun because he knows of it, you know what I mean, and he can make like just a kind of a janky one, like he he knows it exists basically in that world, right?
Sarcastic agnostic said just bought number 2.
Yeah, homeboy just hooked it up. Thank you so much.
For some odd reason, he reminds me of Jeepers Creepers a little bit.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Well, that's because of the hat and the duster, I think.
Definitely the hat and the duster. And then yeah, man, like I thought about using like a spinal column for a barrel. I haven't seen anybody, to my knowledge, anybody do that. So
no, not at all. No,
not okay. At all. I got that one then. That one's mine. So
right. Well, I mean, this is the sort of thing that you dream of when you're coming up with a character, where it's like, well, I kind of want this to be kind of like Ghost Rider or Spawn or whatever it is that you're doing, but then they're just like, completely their own character, where it's like, they're like that, but they're not specifically.
Right, and he's kind of in his own world. You know what I mean? That's like 50% of the character, I'd say, and like even
Weeblet is a character in the story, basically.
Yeah, it's like Gotham, it's like basically like similar, but not. And then like Louisiana,
like Gotham on like peyote.
Like in the book, I said, it's crazy, man. Like just looking back, it's been like 2 years, man. They landed in the port town of Oubliette. Doss said the place looked like he never seen it on any map, but he believed it was located between Texas and Louisiana. He said Oubliette looked like London and Paris had a bastard son in the Wicked West. That's basically like what it is, And I was thinking like Louisiana and Texas together, but with Paris and London, you know what I mean? Totally fucked up, and a little bit of like Mexico, you know, all that.
Right.
Like all that right there. Like that's basically, it's a big melting pot, you know, and I hadn't seen, so it's like, oh, and I fucking love this world too, but I'm taking a break from it from a while, you know, and I figured it'd be kind of a little vacation, but it's going to be, I'm coming back. It's my baby, you know, it's always going to be my baby.
Yep.
I think people need
Hell
to have.
War must see the
Oh yeah, and there's a connection, like a little spoiler. All right, Logbjorn, the bartender from Butch Cleaver, he's he's the bass player in Hell War. Hell War has a band, and it's he's like Van Halen, where he has his own band. You know, that's like a big part of the story. So there is some connectivity, yeah. So you're gonna see that in there. I was gonna make Butch Cleaver a singer of his band, but I was like, nah, that's just too much. You know, I'm not gonna do that. So I did pick someone very popular.
He doesn't seem
very popular.
Can't see that guy like wanting to entertain people.
Right. And who's he gonna sing like? You know, I try to think of all that shit. Like, who's he gonna sound like? You know, he's gonna have a little country accent, and I think all that shit. You know, who's he gonna sound like? Right.
If I was you, I'd make the original singer for Drowning Pool the singer of the band. Like,
right.
Make him a zombie.
Oh man, this is so dope. Do you
I
have
picked somebody though.
Do you have any of the bottle openers left? I think you said you had like 7 or something. Folks,
yeah,
you gotta get one of these fucking bottle openers. Just sick
now because Sarcastic Agnostic just got one. Hey, what's up, Dan?
Yeah, what up, Dan?
Dan, move Dan right there, Plago man. I just met him a little over a month ago, man. Real nice guy. We had pretty good conversations over carne asada and a couple beers, I think. And it was pretty good. Go back, Goblin Girl, too, guys. But yeah, man, I love Preston's piece. Everybody that backs this book, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff I'm gonna ship to you. You're gonna get the Preston Azevedo card too. So on the front, is that, and on the back, you're gonna get the full piece.
That shit ships like stat. Like you're not gonna be waiting weeks for your book.
No, it'll be about a week.
Right out.
Oh yeah, because I live around the corner from the post office, so I'll ship that out pretty fast. It's just because of my work schedule now. It just takes a couple of extra days, but nothing crazy. And then right here we have Death Metal Heroes, Luke Agilita.
Oh yeah,
he's homage to Desperado's album, or I'm sorry, movie poster. I really want to do black and white. I want to bring in some people to do black and white trading cards for Butch Cleaver to give it that old school EC horror and black and white Universal. Dude. You know, so that's my idea. That's what I want to do for every campaign. You know, I'd like to do as many as I can per campaign. You know, Preston and him are on this one, and Jason Baskin was on the first campaign, and that one was extremely limited. I only printed I think 100 cards, so there's not that many in existence, and I comped Baskin with a few of those too. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna start fucking doing this every campaign. Yeah, so Vic King has already done one for Butch Cleaver 3. So oh yeah,
I love the use of negative space in this piece.
And I love that he put Butch's mask on his head. I wanted Butch to have a mask, basically when he's wandering through the street, I want him to basically look like, okay, you can't have a skeleton, but you can have a leper. All right, so at least they could kind of stay away from him, you know. And they know who Butch Cleaver is in Oubliette. He was the fucking, he was, the dead. He was the butcher, like the fucking brutal butcher. So, that's kind of how he looks. Like that's with the mask. He's got these big ass broccoli cheekbones.
Yeah, it completes the look of the character. Otherwise, it's just like a skull.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And that was a big challenge too. Like with creating him, I was like, damn, I got to do something just with the skull alone. So, but for me, I really like drawing the big broccoli cheekbones, put that on there. So when he doesn't wear the mask, that's always fun.
That's a good idea.
And then the mask too. And maybe one day, he'll be a human again for a couple moments, maybe not, and then the character evolved a lot though too. I like Preston's cowboy hat. The first hat that I made, it was more kind of a fedora inspired, kind of like Freddy Krueger style hat. That was definitely the inspiration, the first hat that he had. But as time went on, it started to change a little bit.
Dan, said that I'm available to do a black and white card.
Oh, for sure, man. I'll hit
Hell
you up
yeah,
then.
Dan.
That's
I
a dark
got
joke, Dan. That is a dark joke.
So Vic King did one card for part 3, so I'm definitely gonna bring in some more cats. But yeah, Dan, definitely that'd be sick, dude. I love Dan's art.
Oh, he's
Love
fantastic.
the piece he did for the first book, The Embrace.
You should
Yeah,
see what he did for the Unholy Diver.
Ooh, I gotta check that out.
His shit's a very jolly.
Well, you can't. It hasn't
Yeah.
been published yet, but he showed some pages, and it was crazy.
Dan knows what's up too. He backed Butch Cleaver. He got the book, so he knows the world a little bit.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, man, I'm so dark that it's real.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man. So I just want to bring in the different creators in CG and the Iron Age, to do some black and white art. So on the front you're gonna have the Butch Cleaver bone fucking brand, basically like forget the word, it escapes me. Blocking around the front, and on the back you're just gonna get the full like black and white art with nothing on there, not the name, not the room cutter label, nothing like that on the front and back of the card.
Here's the thing. It's like I keep thinking like this shit should be in black and white. This character should be in black and white, but I don't know if that's me making a proper assessment or if that's my opinion because I'm a black and white stan. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think you're a little racist, to be quite honest.
No, I mean, look, I not that I have anything against color art. There's just something about your style that I look at it and I'm like I don't want to see that colored.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I like the color, but I do like black and white. I'm always torn, but I mean, it's probably going to be. I mean, Hell War's in black and white. This one's Hell War's definitely in black and white. And then this one's probably Butch Cleaver 3's in black and white. And just let you guys know, I do have Butch Cleaver 3. It's already typed up. The script's done. Just so you know, it's called. Should I say the title of Butch Cleaver 3 so people know right now? Just so okay.
Fuck yeah.
Butch Cleaver 3 is called Cannibal Freak Show Circus. I'm sorry, Carnival Freak Show Circus. That's Butch Cleaver. Butch Cleaver 3 Carnival Freak Show Circus. That's the name of it.
Sold.
Yeah, that's been the name, and that's basically what you're going to be fucking with in the new one. It's done. It's a chase. Half the book is a chase. Straight up, it's a chase book, and it turns into something more after that. So I have this.
Wait a second.
It's got werewolves too. So,
quick question.
Yeah.
Is he fighting like a circus in this?
Yeah, he is. So you're gonna have Mardi Gras.
That the Puritanian, because for a second I was thinking, man, what if I threw him up against the vampire circus?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you backstory.
But now I know. Okay, yeah, don't go that way.
It's not completely a circus, but it's something it's something else. I'll tell you what it is backstage, because but there is werewolves in it. So
nice.
And the Beast of Gévaudan. So you're gonna have a little bit of that.
That's right.
So you're gonna have that. Yes. It's more like Mardi Gras and Day of the Dead kind of fused. There's a big fucking parade in there that he has to deal with. Let's just say he's gonna be. Well, I just don't want to spoil too much, but it opens up on a big ass parade, and he's gonna be fucking going down the floats and jumping up and down like Mad Max. You know what I mean? Fury Road style. That was a big influence. So
nice.
Without giving too much away, I do have the first. I'm sorry, I have the third book typed up and ready to go. It's going to be fucking epic. And by then too, hopefully my art style is I've leveled up a bit. It will be black and white for now, but for me, like I've always seen Butch Cleaver in hammer color. We were talking about color, and Preston was talking about color in the last stream, about these movies and how with the hammer it's got a lot of color,
Colors.
So like for Butch, if I did it on black and white, you would never know his blood was Pepto-Bismol pink, like things like that, and
that's true.
Different
I always
characters
like what the Japanese do, where there'll be like the first couple of pages of like a manga that will be in color, just so you know what like the colors of all the characters. It'll be just like the first 5 pages. It's really peculiar. You've seen that before, right? And then the rest is all in black
No.
and white. Yeah, it's really
Oh, damn.
strange.
Just backed again because I don't have any idea where my issue number 1 is. The more the scarier, friend. Oh, damn. Thanks, brother. Fuck. Appreciate you. Oh, you're fucking awesome, dude. Oh, fucking sick. Sorry, I think I don't know if I'm roboting or
No,
if
you definitely.
okay. Damn, that sucks.
I wanted to say something earlier, but I was like you keep stopping every now and then you'll just freeze up in the middle of a sentence, and I'll be like, and right when I'm about to tell you, like you go again. Right now, Brian is completely fucking frozen.
Oh, okay, I thought that was me. Okay, cool. So it's not me.
No, that's not you. Not this time.
Okay,
that's Brian. That's all Brian.
But you were talking
Oh, there you go again. Like you
about like different color. You know what I mean? Like on for like the movie. Brian's gonna come back in.
Like color can either make or break a movie. I mean, especially when it comes to horror and sci-fi. Like I've noticed like some of the best horror movies have like the best color contrasts between, you know what I'm saying? Like they definitely follow the color palette, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And like for this book, like I wanted different places to have different colors, you know?
Yeah.
Like for where Butch lives, he actually lives in his old family slaughterhouse. You know, that's where he ends up, like that's his base, you know? And it's an old cathedral because a lot of the buildings in this in this book is they've been retrofitted into slaughterhouses or building establishments, right? And they're fun to draw like that.
Well, I kind of see color as the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, definitely,
like
man.
It gives it flavor. You know, I know it sounds fucking weird.
No, it does. It does.
Or some shit like that.
And I wanted his place to be green, you know, like it's death. So I mean, he's usually wearing brown and stuff, but when he goes into his place, it's green, you know.
Yeah, like
and
putrefaction or something like that.
Putrefied, and then he has his dead father, like is hanging inside of where he lives. His father was murdered, and he's hanging inside of the cathedral where, you know, and he just kind of keeps him there as like, you know, I don't know, as something, you know what I mean. He wants, his father's been murdered. And he wants to solve the murder, right? He's going to solve his murder and his father's murder, right? So,
and just so you know, like my offer's still open, dude. Like I'll give you a hand as far as getting Goblin Girl out. You're having problems.
Everyone has been stable and clear on my end watching. Nice. Okay, cool. Thanks, dude. Dan, I was gonna say too, man. If you want the link, dude, I could shoot it for you. I could shoot it to you as well. Just let me know. Yeah. So he has that color, and also you know, the voodoo dolls kind of house inside is like kind of gold and purple and green. You know, like royalty, the pimp in his church. Whitey Ratatouille's house is more of like it's kind of like an off. It's like kind of like a whitish, you know. He loves white. His Whitey Ratatouille.
I love that name. That name's fucking amazing. Like,
what, Whitey Ratatouille?
Awesome.
Well, it's fun too, man. Like the book is fun too. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm trying to have fun with it. You know, at the end of the day, I was inspired by Mad Magazine too, and that's what I read growing up as a kid. A lot of Mad and Cracked and some comics. I loved. With the comic books, I loved opening them up and looking at the pictures most of the time.
Me too.
Know?
That's how I got into comics. I never
I was reading
comics. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
First few years,
so I was. Yeah. I'm gonna get Dan the link right here. And then
super dyslexic. Well, I still am dyslexic, but it was like really.
I got a little bit of that too right now.
Well, it takes me a while to I have to read something over and over to be able to absorb, you know, the meaning and the content of what I'm reading. You know, so, you know, that's why I went to the pictures first.
Yeah. And what else was there? Oh yeah, and then like there was a slaughterhouse. There there's a slaughterhouse in here, and that one was basically pink, you know. Yeah, man. Trying to find Dan on here right now. Try this right here. Sorry, guys.
I'll entertain everybody for the moment. Unfortunately, Matt doesn't have any porno scenes inside of this book, which actually, I mean, it does take away from the book a little bit, but you know, I've forgiven him for that, and I think you guys should too. Like, he's trying to keep it a little too clean for my taste, but you know, whatever.
You want Dan to shoot me a link on Twitter. I'm a DM. I'm at Runecutter Comic. For some reason, you're not populating on my search.
I'll send him a link. I'll copy the
okay,
link
cool.
And send it to him.
I don't know why it's not popping up. Try and boob Dan and everything.
I got it.
That's weird. There's a bunch of them, dude. Bunch of accounts.
All right. Send it.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, and then in the story, I wanted to do something with zombies, right? Everyone's sick of fucking zombies and they're tired with zombies. So in here I wanted Butch to go in this book to go kind of toe to toe with some zombie voodoo dolls, zombified voodoo dolls, right?
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
So that's what we have right here in this trading card right here. I wanted to do, you know, Butch and riding tour, you know, when he's fighting like a group of zombies are coming up out of the ground of these voodoo zombies. In the story, well, it's like sometimes I want to tell like little beats about the story, you know, I don't want to give it away because I want people to read it, but you know, sometimes just got a little bit. There's a scene in there where there's a bunch of there's a lot. So in the first book, Butch he murders a gang of people that like that he comes back for. He gets some of his revenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their dead bodies are harvested by this guy called Condor Warlock, and he has a hunchback that works with him named Vigor Mortis, and basically those those bodies get buried again, and then a couple of voodoo dolls are thrown in there with them, and a hex is put on those bodies, and they start coming up out of the ground basically with a spell, you know. And Butch has to fight those guys off.
Yeah, you got to do something original with zombies if you're going to add them to kind of separate it from all the garbage they got out there.
Yeah, dude, and it was fun too, you know. Like I was just designing some of them, you know. Like, oh, I'm gonna have like the fat slothy one, you know. I'm gonna have a little baby, dude. Like a toddler one right there in the background, little toddler coming up.
You remember creepy. Like the Master Blaster from
yeah,
Underdome?
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
Yeah, the
to have, like a pregnant chick with the baby as like, you know, the master.
Oh yeah,
she's the blaster. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like, totally.
That'd be sick.
Then I made one that kind of like has like a goblin-esque kind of big fucking nose coming at him, and it's just weird, you know. Like you give him weird anatomy, like one arm will be like a basically like a voodoo doll arm or voodoo doll leg, you know, and you could do a lot with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
just a lot of fun.
I probably wouldn't be worried about the like making them exactly zombies. I would have to be like make them like crazy ass things. You know what I'm saying? Like just I don't know. You know, have.
Oh yeah.
What if? Like,
they're right here, actually, on this card right here, Preston. If you look at them.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them right there, and everyone that backs this book, you'll get it.
Have you ever seen like you've seen Pet Cemetery, right?
Oh yeah, that movie's scary as fuck.
Dude, I was thinking when I was watching the newest Pet Cemetery, I was like, dude,
what up, Dan?
Wouldn't it be cool if you took like
what up?
Like different animals, sewed them together, and then buried it in a pet cemetery? And then
oh yeah, that'd be fucking crazy.
I mean, would it come back? Would it be like this crazy ass fucking thing with bat wings and a cat's body and shit like that. You know?
That would be sick. That's like Pet Cemetery 3 right there.
No, right? What's up, Dad? What you up to?
Not much. Just got the baby down. Today was my first day of radiation
Oh, you haven't had
treatment.
radiation?
No, I
This is your
just
first
started
time?
it. Yeah,
Shit, dude.
5 rounds for my liver, and then I go back 2 weeks after that, and I start like intensive, like 60 rounds or something like that of chemo for my colon.
Like I said, dude, like if you need some help, I had family members go
Well,
through radiation and chemo.
Yeah, well,
You know,
I don't know what I'd have you do because I mean, unless you were like making a print or like a card or something, because
no,
all
I'm
the
talking
art's
about
done.
like, oh, you finished all the artwork?
Dude,
Oh.
the art, I'm second book. Most people don't know. Even Billy doesn't really know, but second book, I'm already halfway through it.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
needed help with that. I didn't know you.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just
Because,
I had to, like, the book is delayed because Billy's finishing up coloring, and also because I've been going through like chemo and everything else, like my energy and like the neuropathy and everything else that I have
exactly. Yeah.
from the shit, like I haven't been able to really like sit down at a computer and work on lettering or do anything like that. And also like doing layout and stuff to like put the pages together to like go to the printer. I haven't been able to do any of that. And then if I
And
printed
that's
everything
all my
up,
weakest points right there. Is what you
yeah,
just
if I had to, I could do all that stuff, but then it's like, ordering everything and then putting everything together and shipping it out. Like I definitely don't have the energy to like pack 340 packages or whatever it is. So we're pushing it off probably till either I'm hoping before spring of next year. I'm hoping by like March or something, but we're gonna see what happens.
honestly,
I'm ordering trading cards. I'm ordering the Viewmasters. I should hopefully have that stuff in hand by Christmas, or sooner. And then I'm
that's the
gonna be
hardest part.
ordering the vintage Goblin Girl books for everybody, and probably the sketchbook. But I haven't done the layout in the sketchbook yet, so I gotta get to that. But
Shit, I didn't see that option when I was
yeah, it
picking
was
the
on
book.
there. It's still on there. I think it's on there as an individual purchase. You could just buy that by itself.
The
Um,
vintage.
the
Goblin
vintage
Girl?
book, yeah, it's the OG Goblin Girl book. It's got her like
Ooh, that's awesome.
jumping up, like swinging a sword. It's basically the Cliff Notes version of the first issue, basically, or the first book.
Do you have any of the original books? Like your
I have like maybe 2,
Oh.
maybe. I mean, I got to order them. I have the files. I just have to send them off. I was trying to find a place that was reasonably priced to print them up. They're only about 16 pages long, I think, and they're all black and white, except for the cover. And then the style of art looks a lot different than my stuff does now.
Guys, you're gonna want to get in.
It's like very anime looking.
It's gonna be hot. There's guys coming in from
I
the
don't
water
see
side.
it. I'm on your campaign right now. I don't see the OG
Should be on
Goblin
there.
Girl. I see the Down Under Goblin. Yeah, Down Under Goblin Girl.
It's
Down Under Color Perk, Greystone edition, color edition, all the books. Okay, it comes with all the books, right?
yeah,
Shit, God damn
OGG
it.
reprint.
yeah, that's it.
Ah, oh, shit.
Dude, I'm having like palpitations.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I gotta get to bed. GG, fellas.
Well, you
I'll be on
sound you
tomorrow.
sound good, but you sound good,
GG,
Dan.
guys.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. It was cool like meeting up with you, man, at the at Dillard's.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do another one in November around my birthday because hockey's coming out from Australia and Jason's coming out from Ohio.
Oh, that's cool. Where at? Where you guys gonna do it?
I don't know. They're gonna be here for like 4 days
Oh, okay.
from like the weekend of the 11th because my birthday's on the 11th. So whatever that Friday is before that. 11th, I think, is on a Saturday. So,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's probably the 10th to the 13th. Probably is how long Jason will be here.
Yeah, I'd like to meet up with you guys. And
Yeah.
Bascom, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Billy's gonna be here as well, and we said we were gonna meet up with Dillard and everything, so we might just go to Dillard's house again. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Where's this at? Where y'all going to be at?
California, like Riverside area, Orange County. I don't know. Probably in Orange County, probably Riverside.
Somewhere like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to my house. It's like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Too bad you're not invited.
That's not the case.
Yeah, this dude, right here, I got is this is another trading card right here, too, guys. If you back the book,
Oh.
This is a Opio Possum. He's a bounty hunter from the first book. So,
That's so cool.
what I am going to do tonight too for tonight's special, I got a couple reader copies of Butch Cleaver 1. So Dan and sarcastic or gnostic, I'll throw in a reader copy of number 1 for you guys. They're dinged up, so they're not something I sell.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you. So that way you guys can get completely caught up on Butch Cleaver and have Butch Cleaver 2 to go. And thanks again, Dan, for backing, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
No, I didn't even know it was live, so I was like, oh, I'll go back that real quick.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just figured I'd close it down.
My favorite part of this whole show is when Dan started cracking those dark ass jokes, and you or Brian were like so uncomfortable, squirming over there. Well, yeah, that's awesome.
Brian should be coming back too, in a little bit. His internet's kind of dodgy right now. This right here is another card too, that you guys will get. They do have power gauges on the back too, like kind of old school style Marvel, but I do it a little more kind of horror style. So you're gonna get the power gauges and their their abilities on the back of the card. And this is Moth Mammon. I was talking about him earlier in the stream. This is this Moth Mammon. If you guys know who Mammon is, he's a demon from the Bible. And then the Mothman. He's actually, he might be both. He might not be. If you read the book, and he's Butch's like trainer. He's his he's like his coach. He's looking out for Butch. You don't really know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but yeah, he's definitely a mysterious character in the Butch Cleaver verse, and I love him. He's fun to draw, and he's got this big fucking rusty 6-shooter, and he's a light eater.
Right back in a minute.
Oh, for sure, brother. He sucks light, so he actually feeds on light. So if he were to come into a room, he would suck all light out.
That's crazy.
And he could shoot light too as well. So
can he be in the sunlight?
Man is a light eater.
Or is the sun like deadly or some shit?
It's any kind of light, basically. Any kind of light. Just like a moth to the flame. So yeah, let me show you guys a little bit more. Here's another character card that's coming with you guys. It's the Voodoo Doll. He's the preacher pimp of Oubliette, man. He's the one that turned Butch Cleaver into, the dead bones. The dead bones right there, and he's got his voodoo dolls. And there might be some zombie voodoo dolls right there in the ground, coming up out of the ground. Maybe he's doing a little hex. So you guys might want to check that out. If you back the book, you'll get the card. You'll get his powers on the back. There's a lot more characters too. I was talking to Preston too. Like I was thinking about doing like a Butch Cleaver Toberfest type thing. I was going to draw a trading card for every day of the month for this universe, and I was like not sure if I could do it. It's a lot to commit to. You got to be pretty quick. I'm pretty slow. I'm a slow artist. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to do that probably for Butch Cleaver 3. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun. to do a different trading card each day of October. I'd love to launch Butch Cleaver 3 in the month of October because it's definitely a Halloween style book. Yeah. So we got that right there. And that right there is just Butch Cleaver's insignia. That's his belt buckle, It's also kind of modeled from his chest and his sternum. Yeah, that's his chest and his sternum. It's also his belt buckle. In the first book too, when he once he's hatched out of his bone cocoon, he starts forming like his he tries to form like what he was wearing like on the street, with his duster and his kind of his hat, and it's just kind of encased in bone. He's just trying to figure out who he is and trying to make things seem comfortable.
Familiar.
So that was kind of fun to draw. Let's see here. Yeah. But yeah, and maybe I'll just play the trailer for you guys. You guys have probably seen it before. I don't know. Let's see here.
I love that.
Yeah,
song.
this little trailer. And thanks, man.
Buddy, isn't it?
Yeah, Nightmare Nemesis. So I'll shoot you the MP3 too when you back it. You might like the song.
You could I got like I think I still have the info to the guy where I had those vinyl picture discs made.
For
Rockabilly Road Trip. If you want, I can probably dig it up and send it to you if you want to get that put on vinyl.
That would be sick, dude. I'd love to do that even for my next book, for Hell War.
It's really not that expensive.
I'm working on a song right now. I'm actually working on the song Hell War right now. We want to do, God willing, 3 songs for the next book. So to release, they're definitely going to be MP3s, but it would be like a stretch goal for the next book to have it pressed. The next book is going to be, let's just say, it's going to be like an album. It's going to be a big square book, Hell War. But yeah. Oh, look, we got Jason right here. Hey, what's up, dude? Hope you guys hope you have a great closeout, man. Shared it out when you posted. Thanks, brother. And if you want to come in too, just let me know and I'll shoot you the link. But if you want to hang out in the chat or bounce, I understand that too. And thank you again for being there from day one, Jason, and doing that card, man. Both you guys, man, you and Death Metal Hero, Brought 10 Glory, and Preston, man, you guys were like the guys that kind of lifted me up when I got into the Comics Gate, and back then, that it was all about you guys, and I appreciate that. Yeah, it was the old days, right? The bad days, man, the old days, the all or nothing days, and I'm ready for war. I love Sin City, man. I fucking love that movie. I think it's the best comic book movie. Just never get tired of it.
People can say what they want about him, but shit, dude, you can learn a lot of stuff from your boy about light and shading and all kinds.
Oh, Frank Miller, yeah, dude. Like I'm reading like 300 right now. Like just as that weird layout, right? That like rectangular layout. So I have Holy Terror and 300. 300's more.
I need to get that. I've never gotten a copy of 3. I've never read Frank Miller's 300.
It's
I've only seen.
It's fun, dude. It's badass, and it's painted. I think it's painted by his ex-wife, and it's just in that weird long format. So like when I was doing Hell War, like I didn't really have like anywhere because the pages are square, so you know it's a tough road. You know, some of it kind of falls into the comic strippy sequential storytelling. You know, but the way Frank does it, he does these weird little like inlet panels. You know, and it's like every page has splash potential, basically, because it's like that, and it's fun, dude. And so I got that. I got it at Book Off, dude, for $15 used. They have this place called Book Off at the mall where it's like a Tower Records, and it's got used and brand new comics, used and brand new toys, used and brand new instruments, used and brand new books, used and brand new DVDs and movies,
like
anime, manga. It's like everything you want, dude. Like I'll spend like hours in there, you know. But yeah. So Dan, so you're gonna do a card for Butch Cleaver 3, Dan?
I don't think Dan's back.
Well, I think he is going to do one.
Dan's
So,
not back.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's
just still on.
The,
okay, cool. So I think he's going to do one.
Books A Million like changed their format a while back. Like instead of being like just a bookstore, they became like this weird pawn shop where it was like they would have like comics and you know, like video games and all kinds of shit like that. Plus they would have books and everything else involved in it. It was nuts, dude.
That's sweet, dude. And then
exactly what you're talking about, like that.
Yeah, I'll stay in there forever, dude. Like I won't leave. It was my pleasure to help out. Oh, it's all good, dude. Oh, you're a great dude, Jason.
Fucking bastard.
What's Jason saying?
Oh, we're saying Sin City is my jam, and the movie is the most accurately adapted comic movie made. Yeah, I agree.
Pretty close, yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, Dan, you want to do a card for the next Butch Cleaver? It's not gonna be for a few years, but I mean, if you're down, Big King did one. I already said, like, you know, because he drew one, and I was just like, oh fuck yeah, dude, I'll make that a card, you know. But it would be black and white if you're down.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I was just going to show you guys a rundown. I know this is a big closeout stream, so it is a little chilly, but it is what it is. So yeah,
we're talking about
some music. Yeah, man, I'm closing the campaign tonight.
For the next 3 years?
So yeah, maybe longer.
That's too long, man. 3 years?
It's a long ass time. Well, I'm doing another book right after this. So I mean, right now I'm working on another book, and that book's going to take at least a year. I'm working on Hell War right now, so I'm probably going to do Butch Cleaver 3 after that, Carnival Freak Show Circus. So, but yeah, you know, maybe people, you know, we could get this one, and you know, I'll probably have some copies if they DM me, kind of like Rich does with his Roach Balls, you know. Sell it through DMs and stuff. So
that's all.
I'm probably gonna have a little bit left.
Totally missed out on that campaign.
Yeah, so I'll just do that through PayPal. If people want it, you know. Should have a few left. But yeah, man. And here's just some of the stuff that, like, Dan, thank you again for backing, brother. You guys are gonna get this stuff. You're gonna get a Butch and Tor trading card, a wanted poster. Death Metal Hero trading card, Voodoo Doll trading card. You're gonna get a 6 a.m. sticker right here. You're gonna get a Butch Cleaver symbol button. You're gonna get a Butch Cleaver bumper sticker to put on your car. I gotta put this on my new car. A Mothman trading card, an Opie Possum trading card, a Preston Nikki at the Pipe Doc Salem trading card, and you're gonna get a metal bottle opener. So for the next, I think the next I think 4 backers now, or 5 backers now. There's not too many left. So if you guys want that metal bottle, that was by Phoenix Animation. I haven't seen Phoenix in a minute, but God bless him.
Phoenix has been on the road.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's been hitting the road jack. Yeah.
It's a fact, Jack.
Gotta hit the road, Jack. Let's see here. Yeah, and it's Butch Cleaver, the first book right there. And here's a little bit of the carnage right here towards the end of the book, like I was talking about earlier with Preston, Dan. I'm I wanted to do something different with zombies. So I wanted to do, zombies are played out. So I was just like, what if I make zombified voodoo dolls, right? So you have these, they're humans, but they're kind of like mutated zombified voodoo dolls. Different proportions, different things like that. And they're fucking fun to draw, man. Real fun to draw. And Butch just kind of, again, I'm still learning. I'm a greenhorn, but I like doing a lot of panels with a lot of action in it. There's just something about that. We were talking about that on the last stream. We were looking at the vampire kung fu movie, where like some of the pages in that book me and Preston were looking at with Brian, they had like a lot of panels, and I don't know. Sometimes it's a hard read, but I like doing that.
I like doing a lot of panels when it calls for it.
Yeah, I like doing it when there's like action.
Well, sometimes a writer will write like, "Hey, there's going to be 4 panels here," but then you look at it and you're like, "Oh no, we're doing way more than 4 panels."
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I did a page last night. We only have 3 panels in it.
Well, that's another thing too. Like sometimes you look at it and they'll be like, "There's going to be 6 panels here," and you're like, "Nah, it's going to be 1. It's going to be definitely 1 panel."
Yeah, 1 panel, right?
Just 1.
You guys, and like, you get like that passage of time panels where like you're basically you have to redraw the same panel, And at some point, it's
honestly,
like, damn, do I want to copy and paste this panel like just to show this?
I like doing it because it helps tell a story. Some people hate that shit. That cinematography shit.
No, I like it. I don't do it. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it. It's just
like a sunrise.
Yeah, I haven't done that in the story. It helps build the time, right?
Yeah.
Showing time slow down, basically, right? You're doing the stat paneling is what it's called, right? Stat
people
panel.
People are going to have their opinions about that, but if you like it, do it. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Do it, kind of do whatever you want, I think it's hard, like coming up with so you have a character, right? And I like action. I like Evil Dead, dude. Like I love Army of Darkness, and that's why there's a bunch of gore. He's fighting monsters and shit. So I like to see that shit. I'm just sick fuck that way. But just coming up with the different like gags, like the swing. What type of swing is he gonna do? Is he gonna go up, left, right? Where is he gonna hit him at? What perspective am I gonna show it from? Like it takes a lot of work sometimes to actually do that, and figure it out. Are people gonna think this look? Yeah, all the fight choreography. It's like, are people gonna like this? Like, are they gonna respond to this? Like I am. I think it looks cool. Are other people gonna like it? And then you do it, and then I like to show my pieces to people that don't read comics, don't like comics, because sometimes, not all the time, but like to everybody, I like to show it to comic readers and non-comic readers. But if a non-comic reader can look at something and read it and know what it is, then you might be okay. And sometimes they're like, what the fuck's going on right there? So, but yeah, like right here, I just wanted to do like a little page to kind of catch everybody up. This is from the second book. Like, so say you don't really have to have the first book, but if you do, this is a little kind of refresher type thing that you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's just kind of showing a lot of stuff kind of thrown into one page, this concept was kind of like I ain't gonna lie, this was the micro, was it Leonardo da Vinci, where you got the man standing there, and he's got his arms spread out and whatnot. I think it was Leonardo da Vinci or Michael. I can't name
Michelangelo.
Something to
You're talking
one
about
of the Ninja Turtles.
It's the oh God, what is that called? It's something.
The
it has
illustrated,
the name.
not Illustrated Man. It's yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's something man.
Mm-hmm. It's so common, Like
if Jason was here, he would know.
Man. Yeah, and I should be looking at the chat. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to do that, but then kind of break it up with panels in between, like his limbs. I thought that might be kind of fun. Oh, here we go, Lime Mill.
Yeah, that's it.
All over it.
Yeah.
Virtue Vivian, man. Da Vinci.
Vitruvian Man.
There we go.
Da Vinci. Yeah.
I should have known about Da Vinci. Movie was Side Quest. Movie I enjoyed. You guys ever see Hudson Hawk?
Yes.
Oh, really?
That movie's awesome.
I think I did.
I kind of enjoyed that. It had all the Da Vinci shit. Like that
Yeah.
that was dope.
It was the Da Vinci
It was-
Code before the Da Vinci Code.
That's what's up. You're
Yeah.
right. I gotta see that again, dude. 85K in student loans helped. Yeah, man. I like what Lion Mills is doing. He's doing he's got like his like I think he's doing like historical like comics too. Like him and I think I forgot his name, Matt Krotz. I think he's got Kyrie. The campaign's next level, dude. I wanted to pick those books up. I love history too, like this book, it's kind of obviously it's a parallel, historical thing. It's not historically accurate, but there is some stuff I take from history, obviously. History is like was always my favorite subject in high school, that and art. Oh, we got hockey. What's up, man?
Hockey's in here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What up, hockey? Hail from down under, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. Curie. I'm closing down my stream tonight, guys. I'm closing down my campaign for Butch Cleaver 2, guys. So thanks for stopping by and saying what's up. I've had my campaign. I've had it open for 2 years, dude. I'm fully funded, but I just kind of wanted to close it out and just kind of move.
He doesn't want anybody else to be able to get the book.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Well, I just figured, it's probably a good time to
done.
Kind of close her out. Yeah, I mean, it's been open for a while, so. But I will be doing a third one in a few years. I'll just be honest.
In a few years.
I'm not gonna put the book out until it's like really done. Yeah, man. So, let's see here. There you're gonna see some of that, and then
gonna bottle.
So we're back to this. Yeah, bottle her up. I wanted to show stop sharing, and yeah, man, I wanted to show Preston's. Look at that, dude. I love what you're doing there, Preston.
Yeah, it's a quickie.
That's sick, dude. I'm digging that. That's the thing about Butch Cleaver, man. Like any like there's a lot of like leeway with him. I really wanted the character to be like that, It's definitely Western, but it's like I want him to be kind of like Swamp Thing, right? Like you guys could draw Swamp Thing out of your head, right? For the most part,
pretty close.
And and you could have fun with them too, And Venom's kind of like that too, I think. So is Carnage. I think Venom for sure. I mean, you don't even need the symbol on him, right? He's fun, right? Like, and that's kind of how I wanted Butch to be. You could I'm gonna draw some fucking weapons on his arm and give him a 6-shooter or gun or something,
Yeah, I like that.
Hell, gotta get going. Morning comes early. The book looks great, Mac. Have a great night, gents. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, man, I really wanted to do that. And then let's see here. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna shoot the link real fast.
Check your DMs.
Yeah.
You must be trying
Let's
to
see
send
here.
something.
All right. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you again for coming, guys. It's awesome. You've been working on Goblin Girl right now too.
I've been working on putting together the like some of the stretch goal thing to get stuff out to the printers that I can get things right now together so that eventually that all I have to do is print the books, the main books anyway.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try and get all the extras ordered up. Hopefully here before the end of the year. And that way I'll be able to do some updates and show some people some stuff instead of going, "Hey guys, I'm still sick. Hopefully we'll get this done soon." Because I got
sick, so back
in the book looks.
Yeah, there's like 2 people that have already like gone on my campaign have been like saying, "Let's just be honest, this is never coming out," and I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
It is.
So I'm dealing with that now.
Has it been that late that you?
It's probably I think it's like a year and a half late right now.
It's not bad.
There's later campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's later. It's all
I
good.
promised other dates, and I should have just like, I don't know. I don't know if I should promise dates so
don't.
early, but there were
Just
so many
please.
things that happened out of my control.
If you're gonna make me wait, just don't make me wait and then be disappointed. That's
Oh no, I if somebody's disappointed by this, I'll be surprised. I mean, I've been like, there's stuff that I haven't even shown on the campaign that is like crazy better than the stuff. Like, there's stuff I can't show on the campaign, obviously, because it's too violent or like whatever, and I don't want to get my campaign to have any more issues.
I was gonna back the black and white version, but then I seen all the effects you got in the colored.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's
I'm only getting half the story if I get the black and white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, because Billy's going crazy with color.
Billy's doing a dope job on it.
I requested it to look like it was all painted like, like Dan Brereton style, and he's like going in there and just going crazy with it. So I saw a page the other day, and it was like, I would say it was 60% done, and I was like, "This is perfect." And he's like, "I'm not even done yet," and I'm like, "I know." But
that's awesome, man.
But yeah, there's been a couple pages that I've seen him finish that I was like, this should be tweaked, and I'm like, but don't worry right now, like, just get through the pages, and then we'll go through them one by one and like adjust things here and there that need to be adjusted for whatever reason. Other than like, I mean, most of the time he asks me, like, as he's going, he's like, what color is this person? Like, are they somehow related to this other person? Is this the same guy? Like, and I'm like, no, it's not. So just those things for right now. But there's some like tonal coloring choices that he used on a couple pages, and I'm like, you're gonna have to adjust that later because I liked it how it was the first time. But for the most part, it's all looking pretty good.
I had the pleasure of hanging out in Discord with them and seeing some of the pages, and they're fire, dude. They're crazy.
Yeah,
good.
and the trading cards, we just nailed down the layout for that, so it's just a matter of putting the images on the backside for the actual cards and putting them together.
Have you found the ordering the uploads and stuff like that fairly easy for that company?
I had the page where, I don't know if you sent me the link or what, but I found a link that goes directly to the page where it asks you like, it asks you all the specifics you want on the card, and then like it has a thing in there that says, do you need a template and like all that business.
Okay. You haven't placed the orders yet. You're still messing with it.
I have not placed the orders yet. I did like a thing where like I went through and put all the numbers in and just saw what it was going to cost, and they're pretty reasonable. So
yeah, it's not bad, dude. They're pretty good.
No.
And if you do special effects, like special coatings and stuff, that's where it gets more pricey. But
yeah.
I was gonna ask Dan, would you be down to come on? Because normally, like Thursdays, I do this show called Open the Gates, where I have creators talk about their campaign and their crafts. Would you like to come on maybe in a few weeks? Talk about Goblin Girl. Dope.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Sweet. I'd love to do a deep dive on that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
How's everything going? Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I could probably show off some pages of that other book too. I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah. That'd be dope. Hell yeah.
I drew 4 pages last night, and I got a couple more I got to do just to pad out some things.
I can't wait to check that out, man. Damn, that's fucking coming along right there, Preston. That shit's fucking sick, dude. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Love this electric eraser.
I saw that, man. Like, I what's funny? Like, I just started using like erasers a lot more lately, and whiteout, and like for just lighting, and I wasn't doing that a lot my whole life.
Well, I had to get 2 of them, one for the thicker eraser and one for the fine. Yeah.
Oh shit! There's 2 different sizes of electric.
Yeah, but the thing is that you have to get rechargeable batteries for these fucking things.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm gonna have to pick your brain on that.
So quickly, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Preston, you want to come on my show later, like in a couple weeks too?
Yeah.
And talk about like just
might
like
have some non-devils pages to show off.
just like your
Nice.
just you. We'll talk about like your art and stuff that you're working on and stuff. Pick your brain a little bit. Okay, cool. Hey, Jason, how's everything going with the Absolute Verse?
Yeah, good, man. I got 5 pages left and I'll finish up One Stormy Night. Then I could maybe think about either launching it or still holding on to the sign-up list.
Let's just face it, that campaign is collapsed.
Yeah, it's
Never
done.
coming out.
Never gonna come out. Only 5 pages left. I'll
That
wait.
campaign is a cancer on indie
Canceled.
comics.
That's what they say about my campaign. People
But,
saying
Your
don't
campaign is fine.
you'll have the colors done by the end of the year.
It's a black and white book.
What's a black and white book?
Absolute One Stormy Night.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's coming along, man. I'm just
That's awesome,
playing
man.
around now. I'm just playing around now with this. This is nothing. This is just me having some fun.
Okay,
Can't
what
wait to
page is
see
that, Jason?
What's what? What's what?
What page is that?
This is no page. This is just me drawing. I'm doodling.
I'm
Nice.
disappointed.
It's just
I thought
watercolor.
that was going to be a page on the interior.
No. That would make no sense. Why would this be?
Why would that make no sense?
Where would this go?
Wherever you want it to go, Jason.
It doesn't go in this, but it doesn't flow with the story at all. Like
That could be the first page of the book.
Then when they get to the second page, they're going to be confused because it's a totally different.
They'd be hooked. They'd be hooked already, just like that character's hooked.
They'd be disappointed because they're like, this has nothing to do with the rest of the story.
Jason, I've seen Heavy Metal Magazine. Most of that book doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the story.
Yeah, but I'm not doing heavy metal. I'm doing
that didn't stop me from buying like 40 or 50 issues of it.
I'm doing an ode to Sin City and G.I. Joe by doing a silent book.
Oh, I see.
I wanted to show a little bit of Goblin Girl.
Show it.
Show it. There it is.
Check this book out.
That's the little bit. That's all they get.
Yep, canceled.
And then we'll do a deep dive too in a few weeks. But come check out the beautiful book, man.
It's pretty. That cover though, Billy's redoing that cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't even ask him to. It was just like he did our.
I like that cover. What's wrong with it?
He did the. Well, I didn't have anything wrong with it either. Like we fought to get it to look like that, and then he did this like 2-page thing that we did to promote the book with Malin's thing, and then like he went back and looked at the work he did on this and was like, I've got to redo this. This isn't anywhere close to as good as the other one. So he's gonna. I don't know. He may keep parts of it, but I mean, he just said he felt that it could be better. So I was like, all right, man, whatever you got to do. So I'm not like
awesome, man.
I'm an okay colorist. I'm not like a amazing colorist, so I don't really interfere with if he says it's not good enough. Sometimes I say it's not good enough. I'm like, get back there and fix it, but it hasn't really happened that much.
I love the black and whites right here with your with just your ink washes, I guess. I fucking love that. Like that's. I'm not going full gray tones on my next book, but I'm doing patches of it here and there. But I fucking love that. Like I could see everything that's going on. There's not a hard read. Like I could see color with no color. I don't know if that makes sense. I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I've got a couple books I'm doing that way. They're just gonna be black and white.
Yeah, dog, it's fucking metal as fuck.
Yeah, Plague's gray tones are. No one can.
Next level.
They're really good. Yeah, they're next level, dude.
I don't know about next level.
He
they're
doesn't
okay.
think so. He'll say that, but they're really awesome. They're amazing. He's one of the best at gray tones.
Yeah, these are both like beautiful, equally as beautiful. If I may be so bold.
Yeah,
and I
can. Well, that's why I'm offering both versions.
They're just different. That's dope.
A lot of people are like, I need the black and white, and I was just like, all right, we'll make sure you have it.
That's why I back both versions.
Yeah. So now everybody's getting oversized black and white and color. So
And what I like too about the colors too,
You have to put.
it's just,
I
really
apologize. You're
immersive.
gonna have to put it on your shelf now. I apologize to everybody that wanted to put this in a long box. It's now gonna have to go on a shelf.
Nice.
Well, I figure
Unless you've got
now
okay,
it is the Ned.
I was gonna say unless you got magazine box, but I don't even know if the magazine box will fit. I think it's
Well,
gonna
what
be
How big
size
is it
is
gonna
it?
be?
too tall. I'm probably gonna do it at actual page size. I think.
Holy mother!
11 by
About
17.
17?
Yeah, I
That's gangster,
think.
dude.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
That's dope.
Totally. That's
That'd be
Yeah.
amazing. And that's I mean,
Because I
if
found
I may be so bold.
I found a printer where I can afford to have it printed like that. The only
Really,
problems I might have is shipping it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick your brain, dude. I need to get
I
a
got a
weird
couple
print
of books
job
like
on the
that.
next book.
Yeah.
So, because
I'm
like
getting
I
it.
think what we're
I'm using
doing
Canetti's.
now. Oh, sorry.
I'm using Eric Canetti's printer. So
I think that's cool. I think what we're doing now too is like, you know, we're doing kind of like boutique books, you know, like sometimes, you know, and
Yeah.
I think like doing different sizes and stuff, that's cool. Like they do with, you know, like they do with the bande dessinée and whatnot, the BD stuff, you know, that's cool.
yeah.
I think people like that. I think sometimes they might want to fucking throw it on the coffee table. You're having a dinner party, someone might pick it up. Maybe you'll have like fucking 7 books on the coffee table. I mean, if the kids don't rip them up, but you know what I mean? They do fit weird on
Let
the
'em
shelves, but
try.
fuck it. Let them fit weird on the shelf. You know what I mean? Put it on a fucking bookshelf. You don't have to put it on a you don't have to put it in a long box, you know? I was telling my wife I actually want bookshelves. I'd love to have my walls just be bookshelves and I could put, you know, weird graphic novels on there and a couple books. not too many real books because I like my graphic novels. But I think that's cool, man. I mean, a lot of creators do like putting out big art. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Dan. I think fucking 11 by 17 would be dope. Like, even better than the smaller ones, you know?
Yeah. I think it'll be good. Everybody's been waiting so long, and I just want to make it extra special.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is what?
Yeah, man.
What is that? I don't know what that is. I can't even see. Oh, she's cardboard. What the hell is that?
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Schnitzel.
But yeah, everybody,
I'm
come
good.
check out Goblin Girl. This
Thank you,
book
though.
looks dope. I know I'm gonna pick up a copy.
I'm part Jewish,
Come
babe.
and get
It's not gonna work. And she's okay.
so
We're
many
happy with this.
things.
The wife brought home
Get the
food.
color.
She brought home some like schnitzel, and I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, my body's not gonna allow me to eat that right now. So
Yeah,
now I
what you
got
can.
cheese and some ham or something in here.
Ooh, that's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat that every day for lunch.
Nice. Ham and rice, delicious.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah.
book too.
So you get all the
Good
books
book,
right
too.
here, $80.
Yeah.
You get the color edition for 30. You get the great tone edition for 30.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is for that
the one-
price, I also want to make sure people are getting the value. So
That's a great
I was like,
deal,
if I give
dude.
them a bigger book, that's like buying a bande dessinée type book. So
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And then we have like the Down Under gray tone perk for 30, international color version for 30,
Yeah.
international gray
Yeah,
tone book.
the shipping thing, I totally bungled. I had to make all these different shipping things.
Oh well, I mean, so you make it, but it's just like, you know, and then shipping is amorphous right now, you know, the rates are
Yeah.
anyways, you know.
Well, it's even more amorphous now. That's what's crazy. It's like I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna have to go back and work or something and get some extra cash to finish this thing off.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Pick up an original page art, guys, right here, $300. You will not regret it.
Yeah.
There's only 8 left, so come check out Goblin Girl, everybody. And I'm gonna play the trailer real quick for you all.
Yeah.
It's right down the street from this place.
It's the only time I ever ate there.
No, you ate there with us at 38. I remember you very specifically meeting us. We had pizza and then you
Oh, yeah, it's like an old building, right?
Yeah, it's off. It's right down the street from the street from Myrtle. Yeah.
Yep. Well, they sealed around every hole.
Hey, Dan. If I cancel, like, do I have to cancel my perk that I backed, like the color edition? To
Do you have to cancel it?
no, to go ahead and back all the books plus the OGG.
Would
it be easier if I did that? Like canceled it and then rebacked it?
Well, he has to refund you through PayPal if you
yeah,
because it's been so long. So
or can I just send you the difference?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you could donate the difference and just email them and we can remind Plago.
You the difference?
I mean, you could, I guess. I don't see why not.
And you can make like a note.
And I'll make a note. I mean,
I'll remember also. I'm sure Preston will remember.
Yeah,
I'll
just
comes time to fulfill
put your name. I mean, I'll remember that you asked.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else has asked me personally, so.
And
I'll just make sure
we
you
hang
get
out
it.
with Preston, so it's pretty easy to remember.
Yeah, I'll just make sure you get it. Don't worry about it.
Let's see here.
Worst case scenario, you have to remind me, and I just mail you the shit out. I mean,
True.
Mine's
Dude, yeah, I
probably-
got a Fiendish 2 today, my box set. Dude, that thing is insanely heavy. I'm like,
you know,
crap.
you and her must talk, Jason.
Why?
Because you both like to mail me every single fucking thing other than the one that I did.
What do you? What? What didn't you get that was yours?
I got everything on her campaign except for my cover.
You did a cover?
Yeah.
What?
Never mind.
No, hold on. It's hard for me to see. You know that. I flipped through it really quick. It's not like I examined each cover. Oh, jeez, man. Dude, this thing is so heavy.
Yeah. She showed it off to me several times. Look how beautiful it is, Dan. I was like, oh man, can't wait to get mine.
I thought that was for the Goblin Girl English combo.
No, we have that too. Dude, have either of you guys seen 30 coins yet?
No, huh? What's that?
Dude, it is gnarly, dude. There's some crazy monster effects on this show.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm looking at a creature right now that's looks like it's got like 16 dicks. A head full of fucking teeth that looks like a tentacle.
Actually,
I'm like,
speaking
it's
of
creepy
that,
as fuck.
It's like 12 o'clock. I gotta head out.
Are you out?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's me.
But, I'm gonna have to finish this later.
That's beautiful, Preston, man. Thanks again for coming out, man.
Yeah, it's dope, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing the metal shop.
Yeah, we have to. It's the night before. It's the night before Halloween. We got to do it.
That's what's up.
Oh man,
What are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do?
I was thinking of Misfits, but we can do something.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's got to be
that sounds
horror
good.
based. Whatever.
No,
it
that
is.
sounds perfect actually for Halloween Eve.
Have you guys done
Metal
Manowar
Shop.
yet?
Not yet.
No, dude, but I was personal friends with King Kelly, the guy who did the Manowar covers and also the Kiss album covers. So when we do that, I think I might just do a whole retrospect on Ken Kelly's work.
Do a whole stream dedicated to him, kind of like the Bisley one.
When I was a kid, like one of only a handful of albums I had, one of them was Kiss's Destroyer.
Yeah. That original paint, and he was telling me a story about that, how it got destroyed. It doesn't exist. Like a rich guy bought it and he put it in the wrong pile. There's a pile that was going to the trash.
No.
And a pile that was going to be put up.
Oh no!
And guess which pile it got put in?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
horrendous.
You guys take it easy. I'll talk to you soon.
Later, Preston.
Later, Preston.
Later.
Stop by, brother. Yeah, man.
God, this movie is insane. There's this monster in here that's just creepy as all hell.
That's crazy.
So
Look at that.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying, brother?
No. Go ahead.
Oh,
So
nothing.
you gotta keep your hand on there to keep it lit.
No, it's solar.
Oh, Plago's gonna talk to Leah
Right,
quite
right.
a lot.
So you're the sun, so you light it up.
So Butch Cleaver's closing? When are you hitting
I
that
see what
close
you're saying.
button?
So when it's
I'm gonna
outside,
hit it
it's
after
dark.
the stream. Basically, I'm just gonna go in there and
LED.
close it out. I would
There
do it
you
on
go.
stream, but I don't want to like.
Well, it
I've
also,
never done it
dude.
before, so.
Not
I mean,
only
I've done it,
that,
but it's been a
it
while,
could
so.
take a couple days for them to actually totally close it, or it could take 20
Right.
minutes. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think Fiendish 2 is up there for another 2 or 3 days. So and Aaron Lepresti's got closed out like within a few minutes. So yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, you close it and then they ask, "Are you sure?" You know, and you click yes, pretty much. So it's pretty easy. It's easier to close it than it is to actually launch it.
Right. I also wanted to kind of like go back and like kind of do a little retrospective right now on the first campaign.
Yeah.
If I have it, I mean, we're just gonna go back and look like at a phantom shell of it. And you actually contributed the card to it. So I thought that would be kind of cool because this book is actually it's also available on this campaign as well too. So
Nice.
let's see here. Boop. So this is the first book. You guys can pick this up on the campaign tonight too.
I picked it up. I picked up 1 and 2.
Oh, sweet. And this was a sticker that 6 a.m. did at the time. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that was fun. I actually think that was one of the best. Not just because it's my character, but I just think it's one of the best stickers he's done, or I mean, pieces 6 a.m.'s done. He did a new one too for Butch Cleaver, too, that where he's riding the bull. And that one everybody's gonna get, but this was kind of like back then, you know. And that was a cover I did, Rot Tang Glory, because I had this. I compiled all of the first floppies, Butch Cleaver 1, 2, and 3 into one book, one graphic novel. And Rot Tang Glory was like, "Hey, dude, you should do a new cover. You're coming over to CG now, so put a new cover on it." And I was like, "Ooh, that's a good idea." So I did. I got to do that, and I was starting to get a little bit better at drawing. Every year we level up if we're still drawing every year, I think. So we get a little better, you know. So it was like a good opportunity for me to try to get in there. I was talking earlier on stream about the bone void. Where Butch wakes up and meets Moth Mammon. This is that scene right here where he's, you know, Moth Mammon, the light eater, hatches from slumber in the bone abbey ceiling above, reaches towards the bone altar to awaken the dead bones. Butch Cleaver. So he runs down there, and this is that void I was talking about, man. I love this universe. Again, I'm taking a little vacay from it for a couple years. I'm gonna come back. It's kind of sad in a way. It's kind of like saying goodbye to a kid or something. I don't know. It sounds kind of freaky, but
it is.
Like sending them off to college, and then later they come back to move in. So you're fine.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, fuck. Because I've been working on this for 10 years.
Why are you abandoning it for so many years? That's just wrong.
I just need a break. We need a break, you know. He needs to move out on his own for a little bit and see if how he can handle himself in the world. But then he's gonna come back home. Yeah, and he wakes up, he breaks out, you know, and they get in a little fight. I'm sorry, brother.
I shouldn't be too crazy about it because I mean, the next Goblin Girl will probably be a little bit before I can put that thing out.
I was making that face too.
I have to pause. Sorry, mute myself.
You're okay.
All good. And then we were talking earlier about like a lot of panels and fight scenes, and I like drawing a lot of panels and fight scenes. Like I like because I think that kind of shows the speed of the fight, you know.
Right.
I kind of compare it to like a blast beat or something, you know, or just like like all this shit's just it's just like the rhythm, you know, like if it's a lot of little things, and then I kind of like laying the main finishing move or something towards the end of the fight on top of all of that.
Right.
And I kind of made that a gag or a fucking reoccurring thing in each book that I've done after this one, or novel wise. I tried to do that like one page. So this one I had 16 panels.
Nice.
And I don't know. I just thought it was fun. It took forever to fucking figure out how to do it. A lot of this book was just trying to learn like how to do a comic, you know.
And you did it all traditionally, right?
Yeah, I colored it digitally, and then I did the words And the thing is, with this book, I will never go back and re-letter it the correct way or better. The first book is me learning how to make comics.
Yeah, dude, it is what it is.
And
You know,
real,
let it stay there. Yeah.
I always keep it in its raw form. I've gotten better at lettering and things like that. I will say though, I do like doing hand lettering. It's really fun. I'm doing that in my new Hell War book. I fucking love it. It's just I don't know. It's part of the art too, sort of. But and here I really wanted to go with like a different type of font, kind of like old school, like Victorian font, for the way they would speak the language. And
right.
But you know what? I've got some people are giving me some pointers like, hey man, maybe you should just rock just like more of a traditional font, So I'm saying, all right, cool. And once 3 people tell you that, then you probably should do that. So that's why I started doing that. So in the first Butch Cleaver, you're gonna get like an old crazy, like, well, not crazy, but you're gonna get like the old kind of Victorian era font on everything in the book.
Nothing wrong with trying something different,
Yeah, exactly. And right here we have the town that I was speaking of earlier, Oubliette. You'll see different buildings in there. You'll see some junk ships because there's a little. I mean, we don't talk about this. We probably won't talk about it again in a few books. But there's an opium trade in there, and you got a regular just ship, kind of like a pirate ship, and you got a Viking ship in there too.
Sweet.
For fun, and
yeah.
Then right here, I'm sorry, brother, what were you saying?
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say right here we have a scene where Butch is basically going to the funeral for the people that he murdered, and this was the ones that possibly murdered him in his former life. So he's going back and he's just he figured, oh, well, you know what? I took these guys out. I'm going to go to the funeral. Maybe I can, listen in on conversations about who murdered me, so that's why he's there. But at the same token, you have this Undertaker, this mortician, and I'm not going to lie, he's inspired by the tall man from Phantasm and Kane from Poltergeist 2. That was my main inspiration. And
we draw
he's
inspiration
a ghoul
from plenty of places, though, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And he's a ghoul, and he's an eater of the dead, and but you don't really see too much of that in this book. I'm kind of like talking about a lot of ideas I've had like over the years, but you can only put so much in a book, right? You only get so many years to do it.
True.
So sometimes I don't know. I'm basically sharing some stuff that I haven't got down or on paper. Or I'm not going to put down on paper for a while, but I figure.
But it's little enticers, little teasers. It gets people, wanting more, and if they want more, they haven't backed yet. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that sounds kind of dope. I got to read the rest of this story," and so they're gonna, pick up the book. So you should back it today. Share this out, everybody.
Oh, thanks, brother. And then I kind of wanted to have like a big kind of like part of the city in Oubliette was where it was kind of like basically like a graveyard, like a graveland. Like a town inside Oubliette, which was filled with mausoleums. And later on, and fucking years later, I've seen these videos in the Philippines where they have these people. They live in mausoleums. I'm sorry, they live in graveyards, and they live there because there's nowhere else to live, and they usually live like where their loved ones died, which is kind of crazy. And then if they don't pay their rent there, then they get evicted, and the bones of their young ones. Their loved ones, they get ripped out of the grave. They like take their bones and then they'll bury them somewhere else, the landlords.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, whoa, that's fucking brutal metal as fuck. But I mean, it's real. So that could kind of help me a little bit with some story aspects later on for this character. But yeah, I thought this character would be a fun, spooky character to have in there. And that's part of that. And then there's a bounty hunter in Butch Cleaver 1 called Opio Possum. And that's him right there. He's kind of like just the main antagonist in the first Butch Cleaver graphic novel, and he's the cousin to Whitey Ratatouille. Ratatouille again was the he's the slaughterhouse company owner, Butch's former employer, and he pays the bounty hunter to come come and take him out, you know. And I wanted to make a character that was, I mean, my big inspiration for him was Sabretooth and Wolverine. And I also wanted him to be more nocturnal, but at the time I created him, there wasn't really possum characters, you know. And I thought he would have been a fun, like, creature of the night, you know. I could give him instead of a coonskin cap, and give him a possum skin cap with that leathery little fucking gross tail sticking out the back. And I could give him a death grip, like death itself. You know, they have a really strong grip. Possums do. They could grab onto things really tight. I want to give him a Bowie knife. Kind of make him a cannibal, but you don't really see it too much. Well, I mean, a little bit. He eats Butch's bones. It takes a couple bites out of him.
Nice.
Give him the big yellow teeth and the yellow eyes. And I wanted to give him a whip, a bull whip, you know, so he could swing on it, kind of like a tail, and hang upside down on it. Give him some pouches, you know, like a possum, and play dead like a possum. So Possum just kind of had a lot, you know, and again, I thought he's just like a really fun character for me. A lot of these characters came to me, dude, like in, I remember, like, I had an argument with my wife, and I laid down one night, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and all these characters just flooded into my head. Then I ran downstairs, like basically all of them, most of them, like 10 of them, and I just started writing them out, and that's never happened like that before since then. Right here we got a little fight right here with the bandito that is El Dia. He's yeah, man, he's got this crazy mask that he's the first mate to the pirate Raw Meat Rin, and he's a badass too. His family was taken from him. Again, I'd like to do a book about him someday. He has they basically raided a fucking pyramid, dude. They sailed down to South America, him and the pirate, and that's what they do. They fucking steal things. They pirate, and they raided this pyramid down in Mexico, and he found this mask colored from the rainbow of death, and that mask that he wears, it sucks the souls out of people, you know. But again, we don't really go into his story too much, but his family, they died on the Day of the Dead, and he's, you know, that's why he's called the Day, El Dia.
Nice.
And then this is just like a little cover I did for the floppy back in the day. This was like just a little piece of work I did. It was the third cover. I just threw that up there. I have the cousins, and then Whitey's house, and the finale of Butch Cleaver takes place in the attic of Whitey Ratatouille, or Whitey Manor. And yeah, there's just some more of that, and some old artwork, some black and white stuff right there. The cover, and then this is the back of the book. I actually sold the back of this. I put that up there for a crazy amount of money just for fun, and someone bought it. It was an amount to, like, I didn't want to sell it, you know what I mean? Even though it's like not that good. But at the time, I thought I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know. I'm gonna keep this, you know. I'm somewhere, like, I'm getting better, you know. Someone fucking bought it.
Like you said, we're all growing, you know, every single time. And what's great about showing, you know, having these.
I'm not growing. I've slowed down.
But it shows people, you know, how far you've come. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool to have these up.
Yeah, man. Like, totally. I 100% agree with you. And just keep growing as artists, you know. And I wish that I had more time to just fucking draw and just, like, do just studies on things, you know. Like, I'm gonna draw some perspective buildings right now from, like, a worm's eye view, or, you know, I'm gonna draw some hands right now, or draw some heads. And sometimes it's hard to cut out time to just get in there and do it. And perspective, you know, has to be in perspective. Most of the time, you know. Let's see here. Yeah, sometimes perspective is, I don't know, kind of overrated in my opinion. Sometimes it just depends, but 90% of the time, no, you gotta have it. See, Pops.
What's Chris, overrated?
Pops.
Perspective.
I said 90%
Why do you
of the
need
time
perspective?
You gotta have it,
you just make up your own fucking thoughts. You know, you don't need somebody else's perspective. Just use your own perspective. That's right.
Pops makes things happen. It was on the Madness too.
I hate everybody's birthday.
All right.
Yeah, whatever
Thoughts
happened to
and glory, we
Pops? Did
miss
he
you.
ever find a place to land?
I don't know what happened, man. U.S. possums are so ugly. Yeah, they are pretty ugly.
He was like
We got
homeless
them
for
all
like
over.
a
I'm
while or
growing.
something.
Yeah, Goblin Girl.
I don't know.
So yeah, I wanted to just show a little bit of the first campaign, and it's
Show it.
that's over too. And I wanted to show. Let's see here.
Whip it out.
Here.
Thank you, Leah.
I remember shitting all over Butch Cleaver #1. I was like, this
Really?
book, who made this book? And then I was like,
Yep.
Then I had heart disease, and then I got cancer, and I was like, you know what? That Butch Cleaver book, I was all wrong.
So wait,
I
you're
was given
saying
God gave me a
cursed?
second chance to back Butch Cleaver again.
You were
And I
cursed
said,
due to your inaccurate
I will
opinion?
take it. I will take my second chance at life. And then
You
he put
backed it
cancer in
today.
my liver, and I said,
Jeez.
forget this noise. I'm going to join Satanism now to see what they have to offer so that I can get well again.
Brutal. Brutal. Disavow.
The cloven hoof of my choices of decisions.
Disavow.
Back Butch Cleaver today. Embrace
I avow
Satan.
that. I avow that. No, I don't know.
'Cause
Not
that's metal.
No praising Satan.
What?
Thanks, man.
Satan's metal, isn't he?
Yeah, but no praising Satan.
All right, fine.
So
I mean,
got Pop's campaign up right here. Oh, I'm sorry.
people don't usually say "Hail God." They usually say "Hail Satan," don't they? Isn't that like how that
Yeah,
works?
but they say praise God.
Yeah, they say
They
praise
say
God.
praise God, but
Yeah.
nobody says praise anything over here in these chats. It's all hail this and
Yeah,
hail that.
I
Yeah,
say
right.
aloha.
I say
I say
mahalo.
aloha too. I give the shaka every time I can. You know, one in the pink and one in the crevice. Not in the butt because the finger goes out too far. It doesn't make it in there.
It's impressive.
Got to keep it clean.
Keep it
Say
clean.
what?
That's right. No ATM unless it's a 50 coming out of a machine.
Leah, wait, what?
I'm learning things about you, babe.
What? It's true.
Where you putting your fingers?
Nowhere.
That's right.
Never in the stink. Unless you're really constipated and you think you can get it up there past the second knuckle to like clear the passage.
Jeez, oh man. I'm sorry, Matt.
You know, sometimes your roughage is really strong.
Did you take a gummy? What's going on?
What do you mean? I licked the stamp. That's all I did.
Yeah, that'll do.
Matt Barr sent me some stamps and I licked them.
Oh no, don't do that.
No?
No, you're definitely gonna have some medical issues. Maybe you might be seeing some things.
Well, you know.
Drink lots of orange juice.
I don't know what I married.
Whatever it takes to bring peace back to the universe, you know.
Yeah, just drink lots of orange juice. You'll be okay.
Drink lots of orange juice. Why's the Grinch on this campaign?
So this is a campaign I wanted to share. This is Pop's campaign. He's basically making a Roku channel for the Madness Network. So
really,
for creators, yeah, man. It's going to close out in 5 days. He's almost halfway to his goal. So Pop.
How did he get on Roku?
He's going to build the channel. So basically, like Hart Fisher, that the creator of like the Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know Hart Fisher.
Cool. So Hart's guy that made American Horrors. He's that built the whole his whole network. He's offered to build this for Pops. For the Madness Network. And so if this happens, you could basically creators can have they can have their own channel on here within the network. Or you could you could have a bunch of stuff played on here. You could advertise your comic. They can show your all kinds of stuff on here, man. And there's different ways basically there's a whole audience out there on Roku, man, that could be seeing us. We're kind of limited to YouTube right now, and like Hart's channel, dude, he gets so many different people viewing that, dude. He's actually taking up ads right now too. He has all this right here, so you guys could break it down, like the server fees and whatnot, but and there's different tiers in here. They got like a Corey Barton head sketch and bunch of different comics in here you could back that'll actually go to fund it, dude. So like just to give you guys like a basic like rundown of it, welcome to the madness. Hey fans, tired of of ads every 8 minutes? Tired of audio or video blackouts of your favorite streams? Hey creators, looking for a fresh audience? A new place to be seen. Hey content creators, tired of the YouTube overlords and censorship? Tired of the rules changing weekly? Hey comic store owners, tired of placing ads in places where you do not target your best possible audience? Hey sponsors, looking for a platform that wants to place your ads where people who actually care will be watching? All right, so you got the Madness Roku Network. Okay, this is the platform for you. Our upcoming Roku Network will feature a galaxy of indie stars from all corners of the pop culture experience. We have something for everyone. All funds are raised by the launch campaign will go to building, developing, and maintaining the network. The Madness team bringing this to you. So it's a great idea. It's only a great idea if you surround yourself with the right people. Then and only then does a great idea become reality. So that's basically what it is, man. And then you could take like your YouTube channel, the content, and you could put it on this network, right? So imagine if you took your YouTube, all the videos you got, I got like 200 videos, and say if I put them on there, they could watch it, dude, and see all of our stuff. You know what I mean? Also on there, you could go on there and it's uncut, dude. You know what I mean? We're doing a horror movie club. We don't have to worry about pausing it every couple of seconds, So I think it'd be a cool way to, get our books out there, guys. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he's gonna.
How much does he need? How much does he need for a Roku channel?
He needs $5,000. He's at 2,200 right now. That's it, dude.
He's got
and it's
something
like,
worked out
bro,
with
like
the guy. Yeah.
He does. Yeah, it's his homie. So like, it can happen. But yeah, man, people, come over here and slide him a couple bucks, and dude, we can really be, getting our name over to another audience, dude. Our books, they could be checking this shit out. A lot of people watch Roku.
Maybe I should get my own Roku channel.
Tiers. Yeah. Okay, so $10, 15. You got a Revelation comic PDF bundle. Look at all those comics you can get right there for $15, and then you're just helping it. There's different ones.
Comics.
Yep, sponsorship. All kinds of them on here.
I think it's all
Back to that.
Come and check it out, guys. I'll put a link in the chat or in the description, so you guys could come and back this. It's only got 5 days left, guys. So there's a ton of different tiers for everybody. You got Brian's right there, the 6-gun gorilla bundle right there. So yeah, and he's got some really good prices set up too right here. So yeah, man, I think that would be really cool to get over there, guys. So come and check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, man. Back it up.
Back it in.
That's funny though. He did say the possums are for U.S. possums are so ugly. Yeah, the thing about Australia, man, those they got everything out there is poisonous. It's like once it's out there, it wants to get you.
And possums are good anyway. They kill all the ticks and stuff like that. So possums are good.
Oh yeah, they kill all the ticks. They eat all the all the spiders and whatnot.
We got confirmation today that
they
all that good stuff.
That good stuff.
Let's see here.
I mean,
What no one has. No one has tough as hockey trading
We'll go back to
card.
Monday through Friday after
Frog G.
I get that.
How's Frog G coming along, Jason?
It's good. Ink Spots is dead, so people might want to back it and get a collector's item because Ink Spots is dead. So
He's
yeah,
dead?
go back it. Yeah, Ink Spots is dead. Yeah.
When did he die?
Oh, he died this morning.
He died this morning?
Yep, died this morning. Back Frog G.
I didn't hear anything about that. What happened?
Yeah, he colored like 3/4 of the book, so it's a limited edition. Yeah. Oh.
I don't understand.
He got run over by his truck.
He did?
Yeah, he did. He left it in park and he went out to go check something, and all of a sudden full on, maximum overdrive over him.
Was this after he fired his employee?
This was actually before. So yeah, foul play was not involved. There was a green cloud over the state of Arizona, so maybe electronics became alive, and he always.
None of this makes sense.
It happens sometimes, so you might want to back Frog G today. And, get
Jason's
a
making
item.
up random shit now.
No. It's, Ink Spots is dead, and you're not going to get any more Ink Spots work unless you back Frog G.
My bestie.
No, it's coming along good though. Dude. Yeah.
My Lolo.
Yeah, I see. I see some of the posts he does on
I don't need
Twitter,
runner up.
I can't wait. It's just like one of those well-nurtured books, dude. That one and Goblin Girl. It's just beautiful artwork, man.
His work got so busy that he just couldn't get to pages, so that's why he's behind. The line art is completely done for the main book, so I finished my line art in June, end of June. So yeah, but yeah, he's coloring away, dude. So yeah, it's looking dope, man.
These colorists, I tell you.
Yeah, that's why you should just do a black and white book. You don't have to worry about them or color it.
That's
yourself.
true.
That's why Absolute One Stormy Night, full on black and white, 24 pages. Sign up today.
You got the sign up
hopefully
right now?
Yeah, that's in sign up.
I'm hoping Eric Weathers
really?
ends up coloring my book.
You want Eric Weathers to color your book?
I mean, lettering my book. Sorry.
Oh, that he might be, more inclined to do that.
Yeah, Billy said he might be interested, so we'll see what happens.
I'm talking to him next Saturday, so I'll put in a good word for you.
I don't know. That sounds dangerous.
All right, I won't put it in any words.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention you know me.
I'm gonna say that you're actually the new colorist on Frog G.
Oh,
Spots is dead.
Okay. Yeah. All right then.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have dead colorists. You got to find a replacement.
We can do that. How's page 1 coming there, Jason?
This isn't page 1. This is just a random free flow illustration piece that I'm going to watercolor later. This is nothing to do.
It was page 1.
No, this isn't page 1 of Absolute One Stormy Night. This doesn't make any sense in conjunction with that. That's Samurai Priest.
I absolutely think it is.
It says nothing. No, no point does the Samurai Priest come in contact with anything in this image.
Yeah, he could.
But he doesn't. I'm
almost
done with the book. But he doesn't. I'm almost done with the book.
The book could be better. The book could be better. If you put this in as page 1, people are hooked instantly. You got something interesting going on that somebody wants to flip through.
Yeah, but once they flip to page 2, they're gonna be like, "What's going on? This makes no sense."
Well, you just add some more pages to pad it out to put it in there.
No. Then it's no longer 24 pages, and that's gonna cost more.
It'd be like Pulp Fiction, it'll wrap itself around to the storyline where they connect eventually.
No, man, that's gonna be more than 24 pages. It's gonna cost a lot of money.
Jason, it's not that much more.
It's a lot more. That's why it's only
just
24
a little
pages.
bit more.
It's affordable. How much more? How much more are we talking?
Just get it printed in China.
No, because then it'll take longer to get it shipped to me.
It's longer, but it'll be cheaper. Your audience will be much happier to get it for less.
They'll get it for the same price. I'm going to charge the same price.
Made in Korea.
This is what happens when you get Playglow on a stream, Matt.
I'd like to take a look at Frog G. For people who haven't seen Frog G, come check it out, guys.
There's the frog.
Goblin Girl, Butch Cleaver, the Roku network for the madness. I mean, you guys coming back these campaigns, man.
Yeah.
You know, like we do need to get like building a Rumble channel. Roku has a lot of viewers on there. So, and Frog G, like I said, beautiful artwork right here. Next level shit. Look at the backgrounds right there.
That's all in that's all the formerly known ink spots. Rest in peace. In the background there. It's all him.
The one that went by ink spots.
Yep.
Are you the man they call ink spots?
Not anymore.
I feel ink spots isn't really dead.
He
no more.
He could be.
Oh.
I don't know.
So Frog G is
this.
It's about this mechanic right here that gets transported to another world where he has to fight monsters and beasts.
I mean,
folklore,
yes, but
right?
no. It's the mechanic, yes, but he gets turned into a frog by that lady, that hag that's in that old hag. She curses him and turns him into a frog, and then he goes on a quest to get to turn back into a human. That's where the otherworldly stuff comes into play. So yeah.
And then he gets people to lick his back, and then they hallucinate. That
does not happen. That does not happen once in the whole series.
What?
Yeah. And no,
that would be pretty.
What kind of frog book is it? What kind of frog book is it if people aren't just licking his back and getting high?
Because this is a all ages fairy tale type book. It's not.
It could still be a fairy tale for all ages if they're licking his back and hallucinating.
That does not promote proper, heroic behavior by hallucinating and licking frogs. No,
I love this book, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. And that's the true form of the, one of the forms, actually, of the voodoo priestess that turns him into a frog. So she's an old hag in the beginning, and then she's like, oh, would you have treated me like crap if I looked like this? So she just does that. Like, that's, verbatim, whatever. But, yeah. I mean, that's what one of her forms, because she's a shapeshifter.
And Inks is such
I can hear the drums now.
She's a good colorist, man. This artist.
Was. Rest in peace, Ink. Yeah.
Oh yeah, was. That's right.
Yeah. So you might want to back it to get a collector's item. Yeah. And that's the Matt Yaki cover for the supplemental. And the supplemental on the inside is actually drawn by Ink Spots and then digitally inked by me. 2 Matts.
Nice.
Yeah, and that one's So Ink Spots is was a very talented penciler. So rest in peace.
In his time.
Yeah, in his time. And then you have the beautiful Irene Strakowski Billy Basco cover. Came out amazing. It's a virgin cover. It's going to be as is. Look at that gorgeousness.
Pretty metal. It's got a lot of gore on there too.
It's got more. It's got blood in it. There's not that much. So far, there's not that much blood in the comic. And then you have an amazing Dan Plagle Boobdan art cover. Look at that gorgeous black and white goodness.
For some reason, would not allow it to be colored. I don't know what was going on there.
Because we wanted it to be grace toned. We wanted your grace to shine
awesome.
through. I mean, yeah,
it's almost like a sepia in a way, right?
I could have ruined that
almost
with
sepia.
Billy's colors. What would have ruined that with Billy coloring? Ruined.
I don't know.
Ruined.
Yeah, it looks awesome, dude. I love the black and white. I love all the tones.
Came out okay.
All the monsters.
Yeah, it turned out dope. And that will have the trade on it, though. The Frog G trade on it. It will have.
Oh, nice.
Man.
She's got the head port at the top of her neck, huh?
Yeah, because that's the Baba Gaga, and she takes the heads of her victims to wear them as accessories. So, so those are all her fallen foes in the background there. And she's like, I'm going to wear this head. Yeah.
Try this on for size.
Yeah, that's right. Just some samples of some artwork and promo materials and stuff like that further down. And it's a good book. Everybody back it today. That's a painting.
I would have backed it if I could have gotten that frog piece, but evidently it's been sold.
Yeah, Feline bought it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to buy this book.
That's.
We've all read the story.
Oh, that's the
brave
Pedro
hero
Angelo animation.
The diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress.
In the voiceover.
You talk through the whole commercial, Jason?
And in
if
real
you want me
life,
to.
Stories don't always have happy endings.
Sure.
Frog G.
I don't want
The story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain
Milo
his
doesn't even come see me anymore.
and
Hates me.
Here you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. Yeah, it's pretty animation. Pedro did an amazing job on that. Yeah. Spared no expense in this campaign.
This is the story about a man licking a frog's back and
No,
getting
does not
hallucinations.
happen. Not once does anyone lick a frog in the. Nobody does.
In this story, they do, Jason.
No,
Frog
maybe in your
Prince.
story. Maybe in your
Yes.
story, but they don't in the actual Frog G story.
Yes.
No. It
They
doesn't
grab his
happen.
two froggy legs and they stretch him apart and
No,
lick
that's
his groin.
horrible. No, that's not all ages at
Front
all.
to back, friend.
That's
That's how the
nowhere
frog
near-
magic happens.
Booties?
nowhere near all ages.
Hallucinogen frog.
Mm.
That's right.
No.
Get your all ages front to back lick on a frog.
There's no licking.
Frog licking. Frog G. It's frog licking good.
Doesn't lick anything.
Frog looking good.
There's no licking.
I disagree, Jason.
Well, you can disagree all you want. You're not writing the book. You're not drawing
I've
pages.
just rewrote it.
No, you didn't, because it's.
Me and Devil Flyer, we changed the ending.
Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
Good luck drawing it.
It's got 3 backers. Oh, these bottle
Hey,
openers
hell,
are going
nice.
quick, guys. Hell yeah.
3 more backers?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know I had that many from the beginning because yeah, there's 3 backers already.
Nice, man.
Like, wow.
It says you have like over like 70 backers on there, from what I can see.
Well, I had 93 at the beginning of the stream. Now I have 96.
Nice.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong number.
Thank
Thank
that
you
was
all
when we
for
closed it
backing.
out 2 years ago. A little over 2 years. And then it's just been in
Nice.
demand.
Yeah.
But
you to
yeah,
those who backed
thanks
it.
everybody. I figured I'd go over the tiers real quick. There's not too many. I do want to say too, I do have these Butch Cleaver t-shirts too. I have a few of these left, medium and large too. So if you guys hit me up in a DM, we can work something out if you're into that type of thing. I know Death Metal Hero got one. But I took them off the main pages because they're so limited now. But yeah, I have them. I never really talk about that, but maybe I should more. And then they have the Rune Cutter Comics logo on the back. So a lot of shirts, they don't have front and back logos. So I really was adamant about getting those like that when I made them. But yeah, I got the Bone Barrel too right here. It has the 2 books and then a sketch by me, inked up, and it's on a Bristol board. It's on a 10x7. So I actually have that ready to go. And this is just a single book right there. The single first print of Butch Cleaver 1. They're all signed. If you guys don't want me to sign them, just send me a DM and I won't sign it. On Twitter, I'm at Rune Cutter Comic. If you guys want, there's Butch Cleaver 1 and 2 right there for $50. And that's it right there. I just thought I'd show those.
Yeah,
for,
we're going over these add-ons in this book, and I thought of an add-on Jason should have had on his book.
What's
too
that?
late. There's no more add-ons.
You should have had protozoas, so people who could grow their own frog G would just add a little water and play a little rap music, and you'll have frogs in no time.
No, that's not going to be an add-on. That's not happening.
Why not?
Thanks, Hockey. Thanks for stopping
We
by,
already
bro.
Grow their own little frog G, and then you could add on like a little mechanics jumpsuit and a little backpack full of wrenches. And by the time their frog gets big enough, they could just strap it on him.
I think a wrench bottle opener would be pretty dope. Like a wrench bottle opener.
At 20K, at 20K, at 20K, everybody does get a wrench. Whether it's a bottle opener or a keychain or something like that. Yeah, everybody gets a wrench.
Personalized with their name on it and such.
No, you can't. That would be way too expensive.
Oh,
yeah, it gets pretty pricey. And then and the thing too is The shipping.
No, the thing now too is what? Yeah, shipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it gets up there, man.
I have
Yep.
some in the
Um,
fridge. I'm just too lazy to get the chips in the block.
what else do you have?
War man.
Jason, you have another book too that you're working on?
Yeah, Absolute One Stormy Night. It's a.
Do you have a link? You have a link to that on your on
Yeah,
Twitter?
I'll get you a link. Hold on. Yeah.
I'd like to let people know about that so they could sign up for it.
Oh. Over to you. Hold on. It's a.
No, yeah.
Well, while I'm waiting for Ink Spots to finish coloring things, even though it'll be difficult since he's dead now, I figured I might as well work on something. And so I was like, I'll just put out a simple 24 pager. You know, make it cost effective.
Right.
And see how well it does, see what it does, and so I've been working on that now. So it's just about the samurai priest going on an adventure, but it's gonna tie in a little bit to the IP itself of
Nice.
Absolute. So you're gonna want to pick it up because there is a little relevance in a way. What's I?
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
That's
don't share it
brilliant,
out
man.
enough. Okay, here it is.
I think I think that it's cool, like for me, because I was working on Butch for like 10 years, and I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool to have a couple irons in the fire. I was totally against it, but now I kind of see why certain people do it, but do it strategically as much as possible. Like for me, I'm still trying to figure out the strategy, but like right now I'm working on Hell War, and I'm also going to be working on the Puritanian with Brian Kreisgau, so I'm going to get to work with him. That's going to be fun.
I would like to know what I did to get the funding I got so I could repeat that shit.
You made a cool book. Link is in the private chat.
Yeah.
You made a dope book.
But a lot of people make really cool books, but they don't fund that much.
You made a really cool looking book with, I mean, it's got sex appeal, it's got violence, it's got action, it's got fantasy, it's got great artwork. And also we did, like Frog G even did really well. So we actually launched our books during good economic times as well. So,
what it is. It's the economy.
Yeah. So it was a factor of a lot of things that made your book a success. So that's what you did.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what it is, man. And then I think it's going to bounce back in a couple of years, probably, or maybe I don't know, a year or so.
I hope so. Well, that's another reason
we'll
why I'm. That's another reason why I'm doing this Absolute One Stormy Night book is it's going to be affordable and it's going to be low cost. Even the shipping is going to be low because it's a light book. So it's just something that I could put out there that it's not going to cost $25 to back it with $10 shipping and all that stuff. So it'll be hopefully people will like it, and then I do the storytelling properly. We'll see. But so that's not like the top image up there. That's not going to be the cover. That's just a placeholder, really. But,
sweet, I'm digging this, man. I'm loving this.
Yeah. So
I think that's a good idea. I think those little like shorter stories too. Like I wish that like more people were into anthologies too a little more. You know what I mean? Like I think they're fucking awesome. Like they're just real hit it and quit it type things. You get in there, you get out, and I think. Like say like if you were to do short stories sometimes or anthologies, a little more people could get more frequent books sometimes. I mean, obviously you might want to have like your main thing, but again, going back to like doing like multiple things, like finding your system. Again, like I'm trying to find a system to do, but I think that's a cool way to go at it, dude.
Well, Ink Spots and I were talking about doing kind of like a flip book. We're like, it's 48 pages, but 24 is my side, and then you flip it over, and then the other 24 are his side. So it's just something we've been, pushing around between Absolute and Metal Mayhem Rock Boy, that we could release like individual little stories. So like I said, this one was just me. Like it's gritty, it's loose, it's sketchy, it's not as tight.
Yeah.
So these pages, like I do, when I draw a page, it only takes me a day to do a page. I don't sit there for 3 days working on one. So it's quick.
Right.
It's supposed to be gritty, and loose and just fun, and hopefully people will enjoy it, and it's cohesive of a story because there's no dialogue. So I just hope I do it right, and we'll find out whenever it launches. So yeah,
I'm sure you will, man. It sounds like fun, dude. I like the
I'm having fun with it.
Shotgun Samurai with Jeff Darrow. I don't know if you ever picked up any of those. You probably have, huh?
I didn't pick up Shotgun Samurai. No.
I'm sorry, not Shotgun
I never
Samurai.
got to it.
Not Shotgun Samurai. I'm tripping. It's the one Jeff Darrow did. It's was it Shaolin Samurai or no Shaolin Cowboy? I think that's what it was.
Oh, I
Basically,
heard.
it's
I might know what you're talking about. I don't know.
It's the one Jeff Darrow did where he's got this like Chinese cowboy,
Sure.
you know, and he's got the two guns and he's got like a chainsaw, like or he's got like a big bow with two chainsaws on each end, you know.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
it's just him kicking ass. It's just him kicking ass,
Nice.
and it's there's no words in it, dude. And the book just goes on and just fully like highly detailed, you know. It's just there's no words in it. It's just at least the one I have, you know.
Yeah.
Just, wow.
This is
Epic.
more along the line. Like I mentioned, this Shelby's like you should compare it to the G.I. Joe silent book because it's more popular. But this is actually more like the Sin City one, Silent Night, Frank Miller's Sin City Silent Night, where he's in it's a winter storm actually, but he's not always in the snow. But this is Samurai Priest, and he isn't always in the rain. Like towards the end, he actually is in a building, but it's pretty much like rainy and stuff like that. So it just takes place over one night. So it's like kind of like Silent Night, where there's a thing he goes through in that book. So this is kind of along those lines where there's a mission he goes through in one night in this book. So, and at the end you see what his mission was. So, and like I said, the end though will lead into another IP for Absolute. So you're gonna want to pick it up if you want to collect them all.
Yeah, Shaolin Cowboy. That's it.
Yeah, I think I heard of
Yeah, I'm
Shaolin
definitely going to
Cowboy.
sign up for this too.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
it's pretty fun. It was pretty fun to read. I as you know, I love all your work, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this will be fun. And I mean, I kind of learned it from Sim. Like Sim, he does a lot of stuff. You know, he's going to be coming out with a lot of work, a lot of releases, but he does a lot of little things, and that's I've been doing that route lately, and man, it's been fucking awesome, dude. Like I work on one thing and I work on another, and I the main thing I'm working on, I don't get too burned out on it because I get to take a little quick, day off from that and do like a fan art piece or something, or maybe take a piece in a competition or something. And I come back and it's like, oh fuck, dude, I'm like back from the well of rejuvenation, you know. I'm ready to like kind of work on my main thing, you know.
Yeah, that's something I've always told people. Like even if let's say Inkspots finishes his colors on Frog G, like I'll stop with this and I'll jump back into Frog G. So that's the first thing. But even drawing Frog G, I would take a day off or a few hours off and just draw random stuff because it helps keep you loose and it keeps you remembering why you're doing what you're doing. It's not a job; it's something you love doing. And so if you keep just sketching and having fun with it, the book is going to be fun that you're working on. So yeah, even with my main projects, I still take time off to draw whatever I want, random thing here or there. But like if Frog gets finished, first, this will come second, and so on and so forth. That's why this is still in sign up. Once the book is done, I'll see what's going on. But so yeah, it may not even launch it right away after that. We'll see what happens because after how many signups I get. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's smart. It's advisable to always just like doodle or do something on the side here and there. It keeps you loose and fresh.
Yeah, definitely, man. And like for me, like I wanted to work with Brian, dude, because he's a great writer. I loved his Six Gun Gorilla books, and just hearing the stuff he's been working on with Sim and Preston behind the scenes. Brian's gonna have a lot of shit coming out next year, and I'm just like, damn, it'd just be an honor to work with him to come up with a story. So me and him are working on something now, kind of like a witch hunter type vampire hunter book, Puritanian.
Sweet.
And it's actually a character I came up with from the Butch Cleaver universe, and we're taking it back a little bit before that. Yeah, well, I mean, Butch is in the 1800s. I specifically didn't specify when it takes place in the 1800s. That way, it leaves me open to go from 1801 to 1899. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives me more room, dude, because then I could kind of experiment more with technology and gears and cogs and more of a steampunky and shit if I need to. I don't really like steampunk stuff, but if I wanted to, do something with tech, I could do that,
Right.
Or if I wanted, I don't know. I'm not really into steampunk, but I don't know. But anyways, with the new character, man, like I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun, and man, I'm just really excited. I just want to keep making these books, and I love being around a company like you and Dan and Preston and Brian. Like, it keeps me motivated to keep, and it helps me remind myself of why I'm doing this still, because it could be kind of daunting, we work a lot, and we come home and just trying to find out the inspiration why we're doing it. It's just fun being around people like that. So
yeah, it's always good to be surround yourself with other creatives.
Yeah. What's up, Dan?
Not much.
Yeah, man. You working on any other so you're doing the one project, and then you got any other like commissions coming up or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Awesome.
I've covered pretty much that. I don't think I have anything going on. Yeah.
And then Dan was saying that you might be coming down, Jason, out here.
Yeah. I'll be there
west.
the 10th through pretty much the 12th. I leave the 13th, so the 10th through the 13th.
Jason's coming down to Browntown.
Yeah, 10th through the 13th. I'll be there with hockey and everybody. It'll be a good time, man. We're gonna have fun.
That's cool. You flying down? Or you driving down?
Oh, dude, I'm flying. I ain't driving. I live in Ohio, man. I ain't driving down over to California.
Jason's driving.
I can't drive anyway. It would be a disaster. I wouldn't make it out of the driveway.
The 62-hour trip.
But yeah, no, it'll be a good time. At first I thought I could only do the weekend because I thought I was going to be back at work. And here I could have done a little longer, but at the same time not, because I still have physical therapy. So yeah, but it'll still be a good time. Have fun.
That's cool, man. Yeah, hopefully I can meet up with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it's pretty close to me, so.
Yeah, that's what Plago was saying.
Yep.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, we had a fun area. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's see here.
Cool.
Jason's gonna be sleeping
you
right
guys
here.
Yep.
You guys know any good horror movies? You guys know any good horror movies right now?
New ones or just in general?
I guess new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Really no. I don't follow too many horror movies. I mainly do comedies.
The Void is pretty good.
Which one? The Void?
The Void.
Oh,
I
okay.
like The Void.
I'll have to check that out.
It's on my pants.
I'm always looking for like a good, cool movie to watch or something.
Yeah, The Void's pretty crazy.
I also like stuff like Event Horizon. That's probably one of my favorite horror movies.
Event Horizon's great too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's my favorite, like, for sure, like sci-fi horror movie.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah.
It's like Hellraiser in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do too much horror stuff, but like when I do like Event Horizon and stuff like that, like I don't know. I mainly gear myself towards like, a sci-fi. Like to me, even Aliens and Alien are more sci-fi than horror. So, but I gear myself more towards like sci-fi, fantasy, action, adventure, comedies, and horror is kind of at the end. And it's mainly a vision thing because I can't really see it, and it's usually really dark. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what's going on.
Did you ever? See, there's a movie that's pretty cool, dude. It's called Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster in it.
That movie's really good.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, and the director, at least awesome. I don't know if it was the director or if it was his storyboard artist, but either way, him or the story. I think it was the director, but the storyboard art was like on point, dude. And it's basically like these people they're out in space, and I think they're traveling somewhere like Mars or something like that, or even further, right? Yeah, further than Mars, and they wake up and they wake up like in the middle of like hypersleep when it's too early, dude, before they even got to the planet, and they're like, well, fuck, dude, we're supposed to be there in like 20 years. We woke up 20 years too early, but when they wake up, there's like shit on the ship, dude, like alive. Like there's gangs
I
of like
think I
fucking
did see that one.
like
Yeah, that one
fucking
was pretty
mutated aliens
gnarly.
living on the ship, you know,
Yeah.
like it was fucking dope, dude.
They're like trying to run away from them or something like that. I
Yeah, and
remember
they're like
scenes
living
like
in the
that where they're trying
pipes
to
and
run away in the pipe. Yeah. I think I did see that. That one was cool. I like that
it's
one.
just pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing it in the theater and I was just like kind of floored by it. So I was like, at that time I was just buying up DVDs, like, yeah, this shit's dope. And then but in
Yeah, I think we
retrospect,
run
it's a
it.
good one. It's pretty
Yeah,
solid,
but
dude.
that one was good. I like that
I'm gonna
one.
go back
I saw
and
that
revisit
one.
that.
Yeah, I might have to. That one was fun.
Oh, okay, look at he said, dude, I just watched it now.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it again.
The other good one is what's that one called? The
Yeah. Yeah.
Underwater or something like that.
Underwater.
Yeah, it's got that one chick in it from the Twilight series, but like you shouldn't let
Oh,
that
okay.
sway you because it's freaking great.
Yeah. Every now and then, like actors that you don't like from like a franchise or movies, sometimes they'll come out and like pull out a good, you know.
Dude, Underwater is fucking great. It's like the Abyss crossed with like Call of Cthulhu or something. It's crazy.
Oh shit, that's crazy. We watched
Yeah.
Dagon. Have you guys seen Dagon?
Yeah, I enjoy that movie. A lot of people hate it.
It's pretty dope. A lot of people hate on it. It was pretty dope. We did it on Horror Movie Club. That was pretty dope.
Shit.
It was
no.
another
Yeah,
one. I always bring it up, but is Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn.
Oh, that movie's fucking great.
I fucking love that movie. Like one of the best I've seen in years. Like
That movie,
old,
like,
you know, but
I'm surprised nobody knows
so good.
about that. A lot of people don't even know about that shit.
I never.
A lot
heard
of people
about
know,
that one.
and it's like we were talking about like actors. Like I'm not really into Vince Vaughn. Like I wasn't. I mean, he's kind of funny, but it was just like
Yeah.
But in that movie,
That's
it's
very
like, you know, country.
It's not a very
Country
Vince
Boy.
Vaughn movie though. That movie's like way out of the box.
Dark. It's like dark, like Quentin Tarantino, like Scorsese type,
Yeah.
but not even that. You know, it's from the director.
It
of
also
Bone
reminds
Tomahawk.
me. There's like a Chinese movie that was made years ago that they used the clip of on the Daily Show all the time. It's this movie
Yeah.
called Story of Ricky. Ricky O. It's fucking crazy, hyper violent, like prison movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, and
It's
in
like
that
over
movie,
the top. Like
in
they
that
take
movie,
a
Brawl in
dude's
Cell Block
intestines out
99.
and they strangle him to death with it.
Oh, that's pretty. That's like some Dead Alive shit. The
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's like Dead Alive, but like a prison movie. It's crazy,
dude. Well, it made me think of another thing I wanted to talk about, but that movie, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Jason. It's Vince Vaughn. You know, he's just got out of prison and he's working as a mechanic. He finds out his wife is cheating on him, so he just beats the shit out of his car. Like that's the intro. Like that's the intro of the movie. He's punching the the mirrors off his car, just destroying it, right? And he's got a big bald head in the movie with a big crucifix tattooed on the back of it. Does not even look like him. He's a country boy kind of, you know.
Oh wow.
And and you know, he had to take vocal lessons and everything, and totally dramatic like action movie. So basically he hates his job, and he just like, you know what, I'm gonna start dealing drugs again. So he meets up with his old drug lord boss, and like, all right, we got to do deals with the cartel now. So he's like, all right. So he's about to do a deal. He's talking to the cartel, like, all right, man, we're gonna go pick up the drugs or whatnot. You know, if the cops come, then we don't kill cops. You know, they're like, whatever. If you do that, we're gonna be in big trouble. So what happens is basically they end up shooting the cops, and he ends up shooting the cartel, Vince Vaughn. And so he ends up going to prison, and then like, you know, Homeland Security is like, well, what are you doing? You're a patriot, you know, like that was. He's like, well, I'm a patriot, you know, but is what it is. You ain't got nothing for me. No statements, no nothing, nada. So they end up putting him in jail. The cartel takes his wife. She's pregnant, dude, with his baby, and she's like, or you know, they're like, hey, you know, you better do what we say, or we're gonna like basically snip off your unborn's legs in the womb, you know. So he has to go to all these prisons and fight and take out all these guys for the cartel, and he has to get transferred to different prisons, and he just gets in all these crazy fights, dude, and it's brutal as fuck. And
I'll have to check it out.
Hard recommend. It's just really
check
good.
that out. Yeah. That sounds cool.
That director's just good. He's like one of the visionaries out there. I think it's P. Craig Zoller. He has his name. He did Bone Tomahawk. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, but I heard.
movie's-
I've been. Yeah,
Oh,
I heard about that movie. Yeah.
it's the most brutally horrific horror western you'll ever see, and it's got Kurt Russell in it and an all-star
Yep.
cast.
That's
It's
the
definitely
rumor.
worth watching. It'll make you feel fucking weird. And it's got It's got
Yeah.
monsters in it. They are monsters. So that one's good. But there was a book called the Legacy of Luther Strode by Trad Moore, and
Yeah,
I think
that book's
Dustin
great.
And that's a fucking hard recommend, dude. Like, if you could pick up the trilogy, fuck, dude, the action in there is just like next level. I mean, the dude that draws like arms and limbs kind of rubber bandy. Someone told me. I think it might have been Preston that described it that way. The dude draws like rubber bandy, like anatomy, but mixed with kind of a little bit of Mobius, a little bit of manga, and this dude, like in the first book, like each book, it's a trilogy, but you can buy like the trilogy in one. But the first book,
Right.
he's a scrawny kid in high school. He opens up a comic, and it's like, if you work out like this is the Hercules workout. If you work out like this, you'll get buff, and huge. So he does it, and the kid starts getting ripped. He starts getting buff, It's like a bully tries to like hurt him, and he just fucking like punches the bully's face off and shit, just starts taking people out. Yeah, and then like he finds out there's this guy called this librarian, and he's part of this like fraternity of these assassins, and they've all like done the workout before, and they're trying to take him out, And by the end of the book, he's got this crazy like kind of like Michael Myers or Invisible Man kind of like folded up mask that he's wearing, dude, And he's got it's pretty crazy. Then by the second book, he's like even bigger. He's got long blonde hair and he's got the mask still, and he's got a biker gang after him, also at the end of the first book, Jack the Ripper's the villain at the end of the second book. So he has to fight Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper fucking knew the Herculean workout, and then by the third book, he's fucking huge. This fool is like the size of like like that dude on Dragon Ball Z with the muscles on muscles, And he finds out the fraternity, it wasn't the Hercules, it was Cain from the Bible. It was his workout. And I don't want to spoil too much more, but yeah, that book was, I was reading that when I first started doing Butch Cleaver. It was like pretty inspirational. The artist is really good. He also did like a Ghost Rider, a redesign. He did the the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider with the metal skull and the GTO, I think. He did that book. That was really fucking dope. But I don't know. I just figured that was something that you might get a kick out of. I think you would get a kick out of that book. Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah. Well, shoot, guys. I think I'm gonna close her down right now. I got to get up to work in about 4 hours.
You got a few backers, man. That's sweet.
I didn't expect anybody to back it. I just knew I had to do a closeout stream. You now I know you have to do them. Like I felt
you
I
never
had to
know
do
what's
it,
going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
And I figured at least it would be like documented. It closed and people could watch it and maybe reference it and maybe DM me or hit me up or see me. I am going to be doing a signing on Saturday too, where I'll be doing commissions or whatnot. I'll be at the Metropolis Comics in Bellflower, California. I should be there from 1 until maybe closing. I'll be selling books, T-shirts, and commissions on the spot. So, if you guys want to catch me there, and thanks again, guys. Appreciate you guys for coming. Love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
backing everybody in the chat. We got to do it again. I gotta hop on your show more. Just Tuesday. I'm really busy usually.
Man. The link's there, so whenever you can. Yeah.
For sure, man. And I got to get you back on my show too. And I'm starting to do streams on Monday nights too. Also, I forgot to tell you guys about that. I'm doing Monday night streams, Metal Movies and Brewskis live at midnight Eastern time. I'm just doing that for an hour. It's just a fun, chill, drink a beer.
Yeah, it's on before the other one.
I don't know who's.
You and Preston?
before Preston. Yeah, because Preston. Yeah, it's an hour before that. So I try to just sync up my streams like on Monday and Thursday. That way, it's just two stream.
Works out.
But yeah, maybe you guys can come on sometime on that stream too if you want. Shoot you a link,
sweet,
whatnot. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for watching, man. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And Dan, where can everybody find you at, brother?
He might have
Oh,
gone.
am I on? I'm back.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
You're back. Yeah.
Yeah, just City of Hope Hospital
Shut up.
in Duarte. Every other day for the next couple weeks.
Boob Dan Art on X, Twitter. Also Dan Plagle on.
I'm also there. Yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah. The YouTube for sure.
So mad, dude. Terrible.
What? All those things.
You're terrible.
And Jason, where can everybody find you, brother?
You can find Unhinged on Twitter, Unhinged Entertainment on YouTube, and back Frog G, and sign up for Absolute One Stormy Night.
Hell yeah. Thanks again, guys. Thanks to everybody for watching. Always remember to be bold, be brave, have a happy Halloween, and roll the bones to know your roll. I'll see you guys next week. Happy Friday, Junior.